So good.
Perfect.
And just like that, we're live. Oh, yeah, I feel it. Where are you?
I'm in Lethbridge, Alberta.
Is that, help me out a little more. What time zone is that?
Mountain Standard Time.
So it's a good time for you. What is that? That's 8 a.m. for you.
Yeah.
I always forget about mountain time. I always think it just goes from Pacific to Standard. Dude, hey, it was great
Best
to meet
time.
it was great to meet you at the West Coast Classic.
Yeah, it was awesome meeting you too. We chatted a lot. It's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. I go there wanting to like chase kind of the bubble athletes because I always feel like that's where the most tension is going to be.
Yeah.
And you hadn't popped on my radar before, even though Scott has told us very clearly you've been on his show 15 times.
Yeah.
And man, it was fun. It was fun watching you do that.
Yeah, thanks. I had a freaking blast. Obviously, that wasn't the plan to be up there, but I had a really good time and I'm confident we made it.
You finished 4th.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
With the Gazans and Ariel Lowens and yeah. Hey, when you say you're confident, what's that mean?
It just means that I lacked confidence my whole CrossFit career. And then this is the first year that I really feel like I have confidence, I guess.
Could
The
you
most
teach
confidence.
could you teach someone that?
I think so, yeah, obviously, because my mindset coach really helped me. And then obviously it was just me putting in the work over these few years. So yeah, I think you can.
By that I mean, let me ask this. Let me put it in context. If I let's say you're like, hey Sevon, you're not very fit, but don't worry, you can sleep in today. I'm gonna do extra 100 burpees for you, and we know that's ridiculous, right? Because you can't give me that.
No, yeah, exactly.
Is confidence in that same world? Like, hey, you can't impart that on someone.
Mm, yeah, I don't know. I think it would be. Oh, that's hard. That's a tough one because I think it's.
Go
Sorry.
ahead. Well, I was going to say, just in another context, something else you talked about in the interview you did with Lauren was you talked about how every time you were done with a workout, your group would huddle around you and how important that was to you. Like you got to go into what we used to call in the Josh Bridges day, the tunnel of love, right? They would be there and kind of just surround you.
It was a tunnel of love. That is the best word for it ever.
You know, they used to do that at the when Josh Bridges used to compete, the Invictus affiliate would come and they would hold hands and they would make a long tunnel.
Oh,
Yes,
I love that.
and Josh would run
would
through
go
it.
underneath.
And he would run through it, and they called it the tunnel of love.
It seriously felt like a tunnel of love, though, because it was just like person as I was walking, just all my group there, and everyone came in for the hug and was just like, "I'm so proud of you."
Yeah, like they feathered you like a sea anemone fingers those clownfish. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
they protected you.
They did protect me, and they made me sure that no matter what, they're still there for me, right? Like I could have been in last, and they were still going to be there and be proud of me.
Tyler, who's this chick? Yeah, good point. Great question. Hattie Kanyo.
You never knew. Nobody knew.
What a great name. I always fuck it up. I'm always like calling you Hattie Kanyo.
Katie Hanyo the other day.
What a mess.
It's a tongue twister. It's all good.
Hattie Kanyo. So is when you go up there, do you get confidence from them? Or does it is that related to confidence?
I think a lot of things are related to confidence. And yes, my people are as well, because Jake keeps telling me certain things, you know, and that's just being put into my subconscious. The more you're being told that you deserve to be here, that's me believing it from other people telling me that, right? The more I work out, the more competitions that I do, the more self-talk that I do to myself. You know what I mean? I believe solely in like our subconscious, and the things that we're being told are the things that we believe. So yeah, they help significantly. That's the one thing that I did work on with my mindset coach, is working into that subconscious. And like when we first started working together, I was telling myself some pretty shitty things. So where I thought that I was over that kind of stuff, I was like, I'm pretty happy go lucky. I'm always dancing. I'm fun. I'm positive, whatever. But when you go deep down, I was telling myself some shit things. So yeah.
My wife used to do this thing to me. It was so funny. She would say something to me, and then 3 days later, I would like reference it. Like she would like
Yeah.
poke a joke at me, and 3 days later, I would reference it. And she goes, "I knew that stuck." Like she fucking
Yeah, it
like, you know what I
does.
mean? Like she nailed me, and it stuck. Oh, I knew that stuck. A friend of mine, unfortunately, one time I called them stupid, and years later they told me that stuck, and that fucking broke
Mm,
my fucking heart. And but in my life, and that was a eye opener for me, right? Like, hey, be careful, because you don't know what sticks. But
exactly.
my sister told me one time, hey, you live a charmed life. And
Mm.
that stuck, and I was like, "Holy fuck." And boy, that for some reason, that's really got me through a lot of times. I'm like, dude, you live a charmed life." Like, for some reason, I believe that. I decided to believe that.
Right. Yeah, you just never know what's going to stick for people, right? And that's kind of something that I realized too with like even your significant other. I mean, you can kind of call each other silly names or whatever, but I'm trying to bring that back and not do that as much, in the sense of like you just don't know what like you said, what sticks, right? Even
Yeah.
though I'm kidding, that person, their subconscious doesn't know that you're kidding, right? So that's why something like that could stick. So yeah,
Yeah, like, if someone's
we're
feeling
not
sorry.
perfect.
Right. If someone's in that state where they're feeling sorry for themselves, and then you do something to validate it, then all of a sudden it's stuck, even though you meant it as a complete joke, but unfortunately, like, it's stuck, and then they stay in this kind of, like, woe is me state.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
What's your boyfriend, husband, fiance's name?
Jake Hansen. I
Are
think you
you
chatted with him once.
I was so excited for him. I think I ran over and maybe hugged him. I was so excited for him. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, I was just trying to like I saw him, and I was just trying to imagine what it's like seeing someone you love so much do what you were doing out there. He must have been just like
Yeah. He was
freaking
very
out.
proud. And even to this day, he's up north firefighting. So we'll chat on the phone, and I'll just be like, "Can you believe it? I'm a games athlete." And he'll just be like, "I mean, yes, but no, but yes." He's really proud, and he still can't believe it. But then obviously he can, because he's like, "You're fit as fuck." But yeah.
Yeah, Hattie, did you ever see yourself uh winning the semifinal in your mind's eye? I mean, like, by winning, I mean qualifying, punching the ticket.
Um, yeah, this year I did a lot of visualization of it, and I think that that helped a lot. I definitely saw myself punching my ticket. I didn't see myself in first place at any time of that, right? But yeah, that's why I say this year I had a lot more confidence, because of the things that I changed in my life. And yeah, I just felt really fit, both mentally and physically. So
That first place after day 2. Crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. With the field of some savages. How about Abigail too? Abigail, you and Abigail both showed up.
Oh yeah, her and I were going head to head the whole weekend. It was awesome. I loved it.
Uh, when you say you change things in your life, any like tangible stuff, like the regular stuff, like diet and sleep and
No, because not really sleep and diet. That stuff kind of stayed the same. It was more of me just getting out of the gym. I'm jumping into classes more because I love working out with the community. So I'm a coach here as well, and I just love working out with the community. I love getting out to the mountains. We're only an hour away from the mountains, so I'll try to get there as much as possible. I haven't been there yet this season, but I'm fiending for it. So I'm hoping to go on Sunday. But yeah, just getting out more, taking more time off if I need it. it's just important to me to be feeling good, both physically and mentally. So yeah.
Hey, where are you born?
I was born in Canada here, just in a town outside of Lethbridge. So it's like 30 minutes away from here.
Spell that for me. I want to see if I can see where that is.
So
Lethbridge?
I'm from, Lethbridge, Lethbridge.
Lethbridge
There's like a
City.
huge train bridge, iconic big train
And,
bridge here.
and is this a pretty rural area, small town stuff?
Yeah. So I'm from, if you look, so there's Lethbridge and then Raymond right there to the right of your cursor, bottom,
Oh,
down,
okay.
right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let me see.
And we're right on
Oh
the
my
Montana
goodness.
border there.
Wow, that's the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna pull out so people can see. She's just north of Montana, south of Edmonton. How far is Edmonton?
About 5.5 hours.
In car?
Yeah. And then my boyfriend works at the top of that province. So if you go even more north of Edmonton, that's where I used to firefight as well. So it's like right on the Northwest Territories border, which I always thought Edmonton was north until I started working up way up there as a firefighter. And I was like, holy shit, it's still, because it's like 12-hour, 13-hour drive up there.
Like up here when you say north?
Yeah, a little bit more south because it's about an hour from that border.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is up there.
What is
That
north?
is middle of nowhere.
What is north of is this North Territories? Does Canada own that too?
Yeah, Northwest Territories.
Does anyone live up there?
Oh yeah, but you drive about 4 hours and there's really nothing. It's the Canadian Shield, so it's just rocky. Because I've gone up to Yellowknife before, which is about a 6-hour drive from that border, and yeah, there's not much. There are tiny little town. Yeah, Yellowknife right there. You can see by the lake there. It is
Yeah.
beautiful up there, though.
Hey, why do you have to put fires out up there? Why can't those fires just burn?
Just so they don't make runs into cities. I mean, sometimes we do let some of them burn if they're really up in the middle of nowhere, and they're not like ripping. Then there have been a few fires that we've let burn, but because sometimes they'll put themselves out, right?
Yeah,
But sometimes they'll
I
just
don't know.
go.
And just keep
Yeah,
going.
I guess I always forget people don't really know much about it. I didn't know much about it until I started the job, but
That's the job. That's the job where every once in a while there'll be like a really serious accident, and a bunch of those dudes will get what are they? Were you a fire jumper? Like basically, you went into areas and put out fires that no one wants to go.
kind of. I didn't jump out of helicopters or planes, I guess. So I was a hel attack. So that's initial attack. There's 4 people on a crew. Once we get a call, we would hop into a helicopter and then they would take us close to the fire. And then what we do is we like land wherever was closest to the fire. And then we would trudge ourselves in with all of our gear. And then we would put out fires. And it's
God,
just mostly forest fires. So yeah.
it seems so unbelievable that 4 people would have any business facing that.
Yeah. I mean, that one is actually in British Columbia when I was there for an export, and that was a big campaign fire. So there was hundreds of firefighters on that fire.
And when you fight the fire, you don't fight it like we think someone putting out like a house fire. You're not showing up with hoses. You guys have other techniques, right? You're
Well, we
drawing
do have
lines.
hoses. Yeah. So more in the States and in BC, they do a lot of line digging because there's not a lot of water. But where I am, there's lots of water. It's all just muskeg. Like when we're walking into the fire, sometimes it's up to my hips
What's
in
the word you
water.
used? It's what?
Muskeg.
Muskeg. I don't know that word. Muskeg.
Yeah, it's like how do I explain it? It's kind of when you're walking on it, it's spongy ground, I guess. And it's just water all underneath of it. And it's kind of looks like a mossy ground.
A North America swamp or bog consisting of a mixture of water and partly dead vegetation. Okay, so just super crazy moist ground.
Yeah.
Like would you see like a lot of egrets and great blue herons and shit like that living there? Is it like a swamp or not
It's
that?
like a swamp.
It is like
Yeah.
you could get stuck in that like quicksand.
Oh yeah, there was some Mexicans that came to work, and there's a funny. I think I have the photo, but all of them were walking, and one guy was up to here. He had to get helped out because he just stepped in the wrong area, and he was up to his head in water.
Dang, crazy. Jan Clark, Sevi, I bought you a Rogue ticket and sleeping bag for, I don't know what for. I don't sleep in a sleeping
For
bag.
something.
That's disgusting. Are those Taylor Swift bracelets?
I guess I actually didn't know that Taylor Swift made these until I got this from Kelly Baker, and when I was working or when I was training with her. But yes, these are my I am capable bracelets. Oh, nice. Did your kids make that?
No, Rosie from Rosie Photography made it, and she put CEO behind the scenes. She brought it to me at the
Oh, I
CrossFit
love
thing.
it.
Yeah, I should wear it more
Yeah.
often. Okay, born in this tiny little town, mom and dad married?
Yeah,
Still married?
they're still married.
Holy shit, wow. Tell them congratulations, that's cool. And, and siblings?
I have 5 siblings.
Holy cow. Okay,
So it's a religious town that I grew up Mormon.
so all I hear is that's, no, religious town, 5 siblings, no that's, no contraception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're one of these cats in here. Are you this
That's
little
me
one?
right there. Yeah.
You're the youngest.
I'm the baby.
And when you say you're raised Mormon, what's that mean? Like you go
Um,
to Mormon church and you follow the Mormon rules. Like the only stuff I know is magic underwear and no caffeine. I
Magic
hockey.
underwear, no caffeine, no
Um,
coffee. I mean, it's no caffeine, but there's caffeine in Coke, and I swear a lot of people drink Coca-Cola. So I think it's just like the hot drink. Honestly, I don't really know. I don't
you,
understand it
you don't
because
practice anymore.
I do not practice anymore.
Have you pivoted to another organized religion?
I have not. I'm
How
just
old?
more spiritual, and I'm all about, just be a good person and good things will happen to you.
How old did you say you are again?
I'm 32.
32.
Yeah.
Are you having kids soon?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Probably not soon. We're kind of back and forth about kids.
Mhm.
So something that people probably don't know about me either is I was adopted, and Jake and I talk about how maybe we'll adopt someday. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that will be kids. Maybe down the road we'll have kids, but obviously right now I just want to focus on the competition or the athlete life, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
How old were you when you were adopted?
I was a baby.
And are you the only adopted one?
There's 2 of us,
And is it the one right before you?
and it's from family. No, so it goes me, my sister, and then my brother. And it was from family. So my aunt is actually my grandma.
Um, uh, my
So
aunt.
say your dad, his
Yeah.
sister's kid had me,
Oh,
or my dad's sister's kid had me.
okay. And then what, did she pass away?
No,
Drugs?
no, no.
She
She just wasn't ready to have a kid, and my family took me.
she wasn't ready? I was picturing her as being older, like having you when she was like 50.
No,
No. Your dad's sister had you.
my dad's sister's
R
kid.
Oh, your dad's sister's kid.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So that's why my aunt that I've called my whole life is actually my grandma,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, do you still see her?
Yeah, I see both of them.
So have you ever drawn out your family tree must have it has like a weird branch in it.
Yeah. It's got that extra. Yeah.
Hey, how good of your parents to do that?
Yeah, for sure.
How did
I didn't even know what adopted was when they told me. I think I was like, I don't know, 6 or something. And I was like, oh, what's adopted? And then they told me, I was like, okay.
Yeah, as a kid, it probably doesn't even seem, especially since you're in the same gene pool, it doesn't
Yeah.
even, you probably just think it's normal.
And just growing up with all my siblings, right? Like you still think, okay, cool, but it just was all normal. And I have all my siblings, and yeah,
Does she have any other kids?
she does not.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's cool. Man, so good family life growing up.
Yeah, it was really good.
Dedicated parents loved you. And, and what was it like, what did you guys do? Like, what was your parents' vocation? What was their jobs?
So my mom, stay-at-home mom, and then my dad, mechanic his whole life. So he owned a business in Raymond, and then I think he sold maybe it's probably been 8 to 10 years, and he's still working as a mechanic. And then they actually go to the States to live at my sister's RV park. They're that cute little couple driving around in the golf cart
They do
at
that
the
like 6
RV
months of
park.
the year or something? They do that in the winter?
They do that in the summer. So they kind of do the opposite of what people usually do here is they go there for the summer, come back for the winter.
And what state is that they go to?
It's in Idaho. So
Oh,
it's just outside of Boise in McCall.
and
Well,
what
in
was he
Cascade.
and what was he a mechanic for?
Just regular vehicles,
Just like
like
my
not
car.
heavy duty. Yeah,
Okay.
just your car. Yeah.
And then as a kid, what did you do to fill your time in the formative years, your first 16 years? Were you a good student? Did you play sports?
I played all the sports since, I mean, that's our small town. Raymond is known for their sports. So we win a lot of championships. And it's just, I believe that it's because we're all just pushed into sports as soon as we could walk. So I played basketball, volleyball, rugby, soccer, track, badminton, like anything that I could play, I was playing. And then just living in a small town was so much fun. You know, you have your best friends that live across the street. So we would, ride our bikes to our friend's house. We would walk around the town. It's a tiny little town. To get to the other side is like, 15 minutes. So, yeah, it was a really good childhood. And I loved sports. And yeah,
Was there any particular one you excelled at?
I would probably have to say in the younger years, it was probably basketball or volleyball, but then in high school, it was rugby. So I was going to go to university for rugby, and then I turned down the scholarship because I just didn't know what I wanted to do.
They had rugby at your high school?
Yeah, it had just come out. So I got to play grade 10, 11, 12, and I think it came out when I was in grade 9, but they didn't have like a JV team yet.
And they only so you played on the varsity team is what you're saying?
Yeah.
The only team. Hey,
Yeah.
this is a good question. Matt Burns, no hockey?
No, my mom or my dad wanted me to play because he's a big hockey fan. And I think my mom just didn't want me to play because I'd get hurt or something. And
Mhm.
then ended up playing rugby, which you also can get hurt there. But yeah, I kind of wish that I did. I mean, I'm a pretty good skater, so I think that I would have been pretty good at hockey. But yeah, played all
And
the others.
when you say it was a good life as a kid, meaning, you could just leave out your front door, there were no worries, you could just walk to a friend's house and call your mom when you got there, you could go to the
Yeah.
store. It's kind of, like, I guess how I grew up, just like you're free range kids. Come
Yeah.
home for dinner, everything's good.
Yeah.
Bring
It was
people over.
amazing. I loved it.
Bring
Yeah. Bring
people over
people
whenever you
over.
want.
Have sleepovers. During the summer we would always sleep on the trampoline.
You know all your friends' parents when you go in, you say hi to them, all that shit.
Yeah.
Did your parents teach you stuff like that? Were you a good kid? Were you polite? Hi to people, good eye contact, all that stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
A
I
shy
was
kid? Not shy.
no, I don't know. I wanted a lot of attention, I think. I think being the baby in the family, I wanted, I don't know, I wanted my siblings' approval, or I always wanted their attention kind of thing. So, yeah, I was a crazy kid. And even in school, I was a little bit of a class clown, but yeah.
Sevon, do you know, what rugby is? Yeah, of course I do. It's what gay European men play.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. And you ask, I answer. That's it. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
that's why you come to the show for the truth. Oh wow,
I love
Tyler,
it.
not playing hockey in Canada is a misdemeanor. It should be.
Damn it. It should be. It really should be.
Uh, what do you think drove you as a kid? You're playing these sports, you're playing all these sports. On one level, I'm going to make the assumption that you did it because everyone else did it, right? So do as others do, right? But it's what kids did, right? But what
Yeah.
about were you also and then you also said you like the attention, the accolades maybe from your cohort, right? Was there anything from your parents that did you get approval from them? Was there any like love from them? Like I make sure like yesterday my kid was playing tennis. It was a really hard drill. He started breathing hard and he dropped to one knee and started crying. And it was just him and the coach out there. So I walked away, I walked like 30 yards away and I sat down and watched. And then afterward, he got up after a couple minutes and he played really hard the next 30 minutes. And I wanted him to know when he came back, I'm like, "Hey, dude, that's one of the proudest moments I've ever had as a father, watching you go to the dark spot and get through it." But I'm clearly trying to manipulate him, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I want him any tools I can give him to, like, help him push through. Did you have anything like that? Like, you wanted your dad or your mom or
I mean,
could you ask
I
Jake
love
to
my
lower the
parents.
could you ask Jake to lower the TV set? Thank you.
Yeah, I love my parents, but I don't think that, I mean, they came to my games and everything, but I think my dad was more hard on me a little bit. And then I think right now they're starting to come out with that kind of stuff where they're telling me that they're proud of me for all that I'm doing. I think back then it was more of just like, you know, get me out to do sports to do the sports and not go be a shithead, rather, you know what I mean? And so it was more of just like pushing me to go do sports rather than pushing me to go somewhere with the sports, if that makes sense, just like, I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, does that make sense?
No. Uh, no, listen.
So
Yes,
I
it
didn't
makes sense.
really, yeah, I
Why
didn't
why do
really
you
feel.
why do you think you played sports? Did you like moving your body?
Yeah, I think I loved playing it because I was out there with my friends. I loved being active. Um, that's probably it. It was more social and being active. I wish that I was pushed a little bit more in one sport because I just played all of the sports and I was good at all the sports. But if I, focused on one, like I almost wish that my parents had pushed me. I mean, I know it's on me as well, but I wish that they maybe would have just pushed me in one sport so then I could have just focused on that. But I think it was more of just like, yeah, go play all the sports, be active rather than go, like I said, be a shithead or whatever. But I played because I loved being there with my friends and I loved being active.
David Weed, tennis equals gay. Yes, I will throw baseball in there too, though. I'll raise you one. Baseball.
Oh no,
Oh,
Jake.
yeah.
Jake played baseball,
Sorry, Jake. Gay, which is
pro
fine.
baseball.
I love gay. Gay's good. Gay's fun.
He's good.
Gay's free. Um, it, That's interesting you say that, now I'm gonna ask you a selfish question. What would that have looked like? Let's say they pushed you into rugby, then instead of in the off season, instead of playing another sport, you would have done, like, rugby training, like, specific
Yeah,
thing around that, like, work on your balance or your throwing or, like, start honing like, what I guess in CrossFit, what we call accessory work or
yeah,
fine skills.
yeah. And now that I'm thinking about it, now that we're kind of like unraveling this, I am really grateful for playing all the sports. I think it's pushed me to, you know, now be a CrossFit athlete, which is amazing. So what if they would have pushed me into rugby? Now I'm a pro rugby player or whatever. Um, I think that I had a really good childhood. And I think that maybe rather than just focusing on that one sport, that I got to experience everything, which I'm really grateful for. So I don't know. I always said that I wish that they pushed me into one sport, but I really am grateful for all the experiences and being able to play all of the sports. And that made me like into the athletic, because I'm athletic, right? Like even with CrossFit, I feel like some of my friends never really played sports and they're like, oh, I wish I played sports growing up so it could make CrossFit a little bit easier. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't wish that they pushed me into one sport.
The place you really, the place I always see it in the CrossFit games for the kids who just don't seem athletic to me is the bike riding.
Yeah.
Like they just have no. I didn't realize like that there was any skill in bike riding, because if you ride your bike your whole life as a kid, it's just what you do. But you see some
Right.
of these people riding bikes like it's lifting weights, like they think they're pushing the pedals down,
Right.
and it's like
Yeah.
weird. It's like, hey man, it's a whole body thing. Like, what are you doing? It's not. It's not a
Yeah.
leg. It's not a leg press. You know, like they don't have that athleticism.
Yeah,
Which
that's true.
what sport do you think is there one in there that you think transferred the most? Like I always feel like really high level soccer players end up becoming really good CrossFitters because of just the engine they built. Is there anything?
Yeah, I would say soccer, and like in college, I did soccer and cross country running. So I think both of those really helped me. I love running, and yeah, that helped obviously a lot. And then soccer for sure, because I was a midfield. So I was just running all the time, didn't stop running.
How did you do in that first event? That was the run 800 meters and then 10 clean and jerks or something?
Yeah, I got third.
Third, yeah, that, and I think that's when I was like, "Who's this chick?"
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a great
I loved that event so much, both physically and mentally, because that was the first time that I felt so calm, cool, and collected in a workout like that. And I was having a conversation with myself the whole time, and I was seeing where people were at, and I was talking to myself in a sense of being like, okay, you're just going to stick with this person. Okay, you're going to like when we all went out way too hot out of the gates, we got almost to the stairs and I was like, hey, you got to pass like 5 of these girls. So I just passed. You got to get up these stairs. I was just having a conversation with myself the whole time, and it felt just really cool.
Um, two things. Do you think everyone knew? Like you knew as soon as you came out, you're like, oh shit, here we go. All us jackasses we can't we can't rein it in. Everyone just came out too hot.
Yeah, I think so. Even Tristan was like, okay, go out at your pace that we have. And then the second 3, 2, 1 go, everyone's going out hot. I was like, okay, well, that's out of the window. We're not doing that.
And that doesn't make you insecure. You just are like, fuck it, I'll roll with it.
Yeah, I knew that one was going to be a good one for me, and I loved running and I felt good. The biggest thing was going off of what I felt. And so I was like, if I can just get to the stairs and then just trudge up the stairs, because I had practiced some stairs before, so I knew that was going to be okay for me. Then I knew that we were all going to settle in eventually. So I was just like, just whatever, go hot with them, and then we can all settle in. People are going to start dying off here in a little bit. So yeah.
Is Hattie single? No, she got a firefighter dude, like who's like dirty and carries an axe and fights in the woods and shit. It's
He's
gonna be
super
hard.
dirty.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to move in on that dude. Sounds like top of the food chain kind of dude.
Sorry,
Uh,
Barry.
yeah, sorry, Barry. And okay, so and then when you're talking to yourself, this is a sign that you're confident. It's not that you are. I don't know what exactly how to word it, but the fact that you're saying stuff like, instead of saying we came out too hot, I'm fucked, you're like, doesn't matter. You still start executing. You're like, okay, I'm gonna pass here. I'm gonna pass here. The internal dialogue's good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really good. I knew that we went out a little hot, but yeah, I just was like, well, you got to stick with these girls. You got to get out in front because this is a long workout. And I'm kind of the one that if there's too many people ahead of me, it's hard for me to catch people. So instead, I just thought, okay, let's just stick with. I knew my friend Lindsay was going to crush that workout as well because she's an amazing runner. So I was like, okay, if we can just stick close to Lindsay, then that's great. I mean, obviously with Emily too, but I knew Emily was just going to run away with that. So
What do you know what the worst place you had in that event was? Like the furthest back you were from the lead? Like what's the furthest back you ever were? Besides the
I
start.
didn't,
Did you stay in the
I
front the whole
think,
time?
yeah, I think third.
Okay, so you got that
Oh,
spot and
you
you
mean
held
in
it.
that, sorry, in that event?
Yeah, in
No,
those 5 rounds, did you ever drop back to like 15th or anything or 20th?
no, not that
No.
far. I think maybe it was fifth.
Okay, so you stay okay. It was interesting the strategies on
Yeah.
that one, man. There were some like I mean, like we saw Fikowski and Colton just like drop back like 38th.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then they waited till the last 2 rounds and then they went.
And pushed it? Yeah.
Yeah, whereas other people like James Sprague, you just saw like just stayed up at the front, like he just went for
Right. Yeah, and
it.
that I think it just depends on who you are. Like I need to get myself a little bit ahead to be able to hold on rather than be behind and then try to make up that placing or whatever.
So, you're 17 years old, you're a senior in high school, and do you start what do you start thinking your plans are? What does Hattie Kanyo from a tiny little town think that her future holds? Do you know Jake at this point?
No,
No, okay.
no. We've been together for about 7 years.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome. Um,
If you're listening, I need the ring though.
no, Jake, take the money and put it in a very aggressive mutual fund. Don't waste your money on a ring.
He has. We're
And
actually,
yes,
that's
yes,
hilarious that you say that because he is the stock man right now. He's helping me with my stocks and everything. We want an acreage someday. So,
yes. Jeff,
yeah, the ring will come later.
get her a tattoo ring. And put the
Oh,
money
I could do that.
in a very aggressive mutual fund, and then when you're 77, it'll be worth several $1,000,000, and you can be like, "See, Hattie, I told you." Okay,
Oh, he's
so
going to love
17
you
years
for
old,
that.
that's half a year ago. I mean, even if you have the money to buy a ring, I just don't get it. Here's the other thing about the ring. I ended up buying my wife just like a $400 gold ring one day. I walked by a store and got it for her. And I told
Yeah.
her, I don't want you ever to worry about this. I want you to feel good about working out with it, scratching it, bending it. I want it to be just like it didn't work out that way. She hated wearing it when she was working out. But I want it to be, I don't want to add to
Yeah.
her like,
I
I don't want to give her something to fucking worry about.
That's true. I actually would be fine with just one of those like rubber rings. No, I do want a little gold.
I hate
I do
those.
want, I know, I do want a little gold ring or something, but it doesn't
Yeah.
need to be too much. That's the thing. Like that $400 ring, that would
Yeah.
be fine with me. I don't
Yeah.
need something crazy. I don't even
Yeah.
know how much they cost, but I
I
don't need
wonder,
anything crazy.
I need to call my wife after the show and ask her if she still has it. Ring. I haven't seen her wear it in a long time. What the fuck's going on? So 17, that's half your life ago. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
so
wild.
what was the plan there at 17 as is your senior years coming to an end, 18?
I mean, rugby, I signed on with the university here, and then I
There's a
decided
university
not to
there?
do that. There's a university and a college.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big college town, big university town. Um, so yeah, I decided that I wanted to go play rugby at university, and then once I actually signed on with them, I just turned it down because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And
You didn't
then
even go to the first practice.
nope, because I
Okay.
didn't know what I wanted to do in university. I was like, I'm not spending a bunch of money to not know what I want to do, even though I really wanted to play rugby. And then I totally went the polar opposite and just became a shithead.
Let me understand this right. You wanted to play rugby, but you didn't know what you wanted your like intellectual discipline to be. So you're like, I'm not doing that. I'm not
Yeah,
going to pay whatever thousands of dollars just to play rugby.
yeah.
And then, so when you say shithead, you just started like smoking weed and hanging out and did you have a job?
Yeah, I had a bunch of jobs. I worked all the craziest jobs. I don't know. I was a pizza delivery girl at one point, and I worked at Napa at one point because my dad's a mechanic. So
Napa Auto Parts.
yeah, so I was a delivery driver. I would drive all the parts to all the grease monkeys, and I loved it because I grew up with my dad being a grease monkey, and I just loved, chatting with all the guys that would bring in their cars, and they're just all super nice. And yeah, so I drove around parts. I worked at a different parts place here in Lethbridge as well.
David, a stripper?
Never a stripper.
Nope,
Never a
sorry,
stripper.
David. Nice try though.
But with the outfits that I wore to the bar, you'd probably think I was one.
Hey, so you were around a lot of dudes.
Yeah, for the grease monkey job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you learn anything about guys?
Not then, because I was just young and whatever. I didn't really care, but I've learned over the years of dating different guys for sure.
Yeah, but not there. You weren't like immersed in like.
Not there.
No.
They're older, whatever. They just wanted someone to chat with, and I loved meeting. I love meeting new. I know, but for me, I just love meeting new people, and I love chatting. Sure, I'm sure they wanted more, but I'm so naive that I just was like, "Oh, what's up?"
Yeah, 17 is fun. And did you have a cohort of friends like every Friday? These are the people you would go out drinking with. These are the people you go to bars with. You had your crew.
It wasn't every Friday, Savon. It was Wednesday, we'd go wing night here. Thursday, we would go out to Studio 54. Friday, we would go out to that pub or that bar. Yeah, it was a lot.
And did you have like a ritual? Like, okay, we all meet up here and we all do 2 shots of Jägermeister. Then we roll to the bar and everyone just drinks Natty Ice. And then we go to so-and-so's house and play pool until we can't keep our eyes open.
Yeah, pretty much. We'd go to one of our houses, get ready, all of us girls, blast the music, pre-drink, pre-whatever, and then, go out.
Yeah, that sounds like my life. I had probably like a 10-year run of that from like, I feel like 17 to 27.
17 to 20, maybe 4 or 5.
Did you smoke cigarettes?
Yeah. Anytime I would go out and drink, that's when I wanted the cigarettes. I never bought packs. I just bummed off people.
Did you have a brand you preferred?
Not really. No. I honestly just was like, yeah, can I bum a smoke off of you? Because it would give you that extra little zing. So, and it was just, we wanted a break from the bar. So we would go outside and we'd try to find someone to bum a cigarette off.
Yeah. I was an American Spirit guy.
Okay. Is that a strong one?
No, I don't know. It's just a dirty hippie one. Like, you just think you're cool if you're smoking, like you're helping the environment or something. It cleans the air.
Did you ever do the Camel ones where you could like squeeze them and then it brings out a bunch of menthol or whatever?
No, I never did those. I like the Lucky
filter.
Yeah. Gave you a little spray?
Yeah.
And I did Lucky Strikes because I thought it made me cooler not having a filter. And then I eventually rolled my own. I rolled my own. You never rolled your own cigarettes?
No, I had some friends firefighting that would roll their own.
Yeah, that's the really cool thing. And it was small town, were there crazy drugs there? Was there meth there?
Not in Raymond, not that I know of. Yeah, that's where I started smoking weed, was with some of the older guys. They got us into smoking weed.
And then in hindsight, now in your life now, or do you ever ask yourself, I wonder if that's still affecting my lungs? Do you ever ask yourself that?
No.
No. Okay, I ask myself that.
Because I feel good. I mean, my aerobic system is really good, but I mean, I don't know. Is it still? Do you think it is? I have no idea.
I don't
ever really think of that.
I have no idea either. But if there was one thing I would ever tell my kids, I'd be like, hey, the worst thing about smoking, and I don't know how you didn't get addicted, but the worst thing about smoking is that eventually one day it only ends in 2 ways. You have to quit or it kills you.
I think I didn't get addicted because, well, for one, I don't think I have really addictive personality. But also I just didn't really love the taste of it. I would only do it for that extra little feeling that you'd get when you were drunk, right?
The zing.
The zing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But every time I would take a puff, it was like, oh, this is kind of nasty.
And what did you do for to stay in shape and move your body from 17 to 25 during those years?
Well, I had an eating disorder, so that's how I lost a bunch of weight.
What is that?
Um,
What's an eating disorder? What does that mean? I had an eating disorder too. It smoke cigarettes instead of eat.
so you just wouldn't eat. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
if
would
you're hungry,
make
you smoke a
myself,
cigarette.
yeah, so I would make myself get the food
Vom
out, I guess.
Vomit.
I would
You
vomit.
How long did you do that for?
For a few years.
Hey, how do you start that? What, you see one of your friends do it and you're like, "Oh, that's fucking genius."
So family, it's a big thing in my family. And so, but I always told myself, I was like, I will never do that. I will never do that. And then eventually I just didn't really love the way I looked. Like I was a little bit bigger growing up. And then things that were said to me, I just, that just like we talked about earlier, is sticks, right? So
Yes.
subconsciously that kind of stuff just gets to you over time. So I was like, okay, let me just try it. And at first it was just horrible. I hated shoving. I think I like did a toothbrush at first. Um,
Ooh, wow.
yeah. And it was just like, what am I doing with this like sharp thing down my throat? And so it
Yeah.
wasn't working at first. And so I decided to go and try like laxatives, and that was stupid and that didn't work either. And so finally I was like, okay, I'll just try whatever, my fingers. And so from there, yeah, it worked. And so anytime I would eat like a little bit too much food that I would think was going to make me fat, I would go and purge it. And then it became more and more. Every time I ate, I would just go and purge a little bit. And it's like, okay, I didn't purge it all out. I have a tiny bit in there for nutrients, because I knew growing up that you still need some nutrients. So that's why I was like, okay, if I just get some of it out, then I can stay thinner, but still have a little bit of food in me. I don't know. It was weird.
So
Yeah,
so you go to a pizza place, you have 3 pieces of pizza, you're like, "That was stupid." You're like, you get up, you go to the bathroom, and you just go in the stall, and you just toss out a slice or 2.
yeah,
Wow. God, it sounds so practical. It sucks that it turns into something bad.
yeah,
And
for sure.
then it's bad because then it becomes like part of the, if you do it once every 5 years, it's not bad. You know what I mean? Like you overate at Thanksgiving and you ate a piece of, I mean,
You're like, hey,
I once a year I eat so much that I like have to sit down. I'm like, "Ooh, what did I do to myself? I need to sit for a second."
yeah,
Um,
lay down.
yeah, lay down. Like I don't feel good. I shouldn't have had that ice cream or something. Um, but you're saying that it just becomes the routine of every meal.
Pretty much. Yeah. And then it
Like,
took years for that to be out of my head. Like now I don't even I'm the same thing as you. A couple times a year, I'll eat way too much. And you're like, holy shit, go for all you can eat sushi and you just eat too much sushi. But I don't ever have that feeling of going to get rid of it, because I know I need that fuel for CrossFit or for, just for my brain in general, right? We need those nutrients. So yeah,
did you and you learned that from someone? You knew someone else did that, and so you didn't come up with that on your own?
no, I knew,
D
I knew people for sure.
Is it like drugs? Like someone actually shows you, they're like, "Look, Hattie, you do it like this." What if I'd really
No,
No.
no one showed me. I just knew. And that's why I just tried the toothbrush at first, because I had heard that that was a way of doing it. And then eventually I was like, this is dumb. And then I just tried it myself with my fingers.
Clive McLaughlin, maybe, you don't point out the positives you see in a person's eating disorder. I mean, listen, it's just so practical. Like, it's not
Yeah,
it's just so it's so I don't know. You don't wanna make yourself throw up so much that you turn skinny and fucking, like, die. Like, obviously, you don't want throwing up to kill you, but, I mean, fuck, I don't know. I have my own issues with food. Like, I love it. Like,
yeah.
I just wanna eat. Like, it's a default for me just to eat. If
And I
someone
do
tell
too. And that's
Yeah.
why that happened, because I just would eat and not, I wasn't working out back then either. Right. So it was
Not
like,
at all, not at all.
no, I wasn't. I was just partying. And then finally, my brother is actually the one that showed me fitness. Like, obviously, I've been athletic my whole life, but I had never gone to really a gym before. And then, yeah, my life was just going down a real shit path. And so he finally pulled me aside and was like, "Hey, why don't you come to the gym with me? Try it out." So he showed me like circuit training. And so I became hooked. My best friend and I would go to the gym, to the YMCA.
How old were
And
you?
that's kind of, I was probably maybe 19 or 20, I'm guessing.
Okay, so there was a stint in there where you were doing, I did that too, where you would party and work out, but you would get both in the same day no matter what.
Yeah, for sure.
And when you say circuit training, you mean 10 lap pull downs, 15 leg press, sit on the press machine and press 10, but just do it in a circuit without any rest.
Or it was more body weight stuff. But yeah, we would do some of the machines, but then we would make up our own little, like, yeah, 15 push ups, 20 air squats, whatever it was.
Oh,
And then we would
shit.
kind of just do like a little bit of circuit training. We didn't really know how to use the machines at the time, but we would kind of get on them and pretend that we knew what we were doing. But for the most part, it was just like this big open area in front of the mirrors that we would do like some skipping and some burpees and some squats or whatever it was.
Okay. Yeah, I did circuit training before I found CrossFit, but it was usually just and I traveled a lot. It was just in hotel gyms, but on the machines.
Okay, yeah.
Just start
Or
doing the
with
machines.
dumbbells
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. So if you could do 15 push-ups back then, you were strong, you were athletic, you were made. I mean, because you can, I don't think you can pick very many 19-year-old girls from the party scene, and they can even do one push-up.
Yeah. Well, in high school during rugby, so I actually been doing handstands for a long time too. I didn't have a gymnastics background, but I remember being like, I want to be able to do a handstand. So in rugby practice, I would just kick up on the grass and try to do handstands. So that's kind of how I built a little bit of shoulder strength. And then in college, I decided I want to do some handstand push-ups. So I would teach myself how to do handstand push-ups. But
Fondal, Sevi used to do curves. I invented curves, dude. I'm the founder.
what is curves?
It's this, to tell you the truth, I don't know. I've never been in one, but it's a girl gym, and
Okay.
I assume it's a fat girl gym, and I assume that you go in there, and they're usually small, and I assume you
Yeah.
go in there and they have 5 machines and just it's like 5 fat girls just going around in circles.
in,
That
in a little circuit.
that's the way I worked out, except I wasn't a girl. Is this you at your biggest?
Oh my God. Yeah. With some tiggle bitties too. And then
Yeah.
those went as soon as I got a eating disorder, those were the first things to go.
What, really?
Right. Yeah.
Oh, tell me about that. That's bad PR for eating disorders. Tits go away with eating disorder, huh?
Yeah.
Now that
So
I
don't
think
do
about
it.
it all the girls I know in college who, like, had eating disorders, yeah, they didn't have their tits went they weren't yeah, they did not look good.
Well,
They
they're
start
just fat, right? They're pretty much just big lumps of fat.
and they start looking weird here too. I felt like a lot of those girls ran a lot too, like they were always running.
Yeah.
So they had no butt. They lost their butt too.
It's because you think cardio and not eating or obviously throwing up is just the way to do it. I wonder if I ran back then. I don't know. I don't think I was doing anything except party and just dancing.
How do you eventually stop doing that? You just tell yourself I'm done, or do you get help?
Well, having my brother take me to the gym was the first step. Obviously, I still had those feelings. And so I would do it every once in a while, but it wasn't an everyday thing. Well, at first, it obviously was. But then the more I worked out, the more I knew I needed fuel. So it kind of just eventually went away a little bit at a time. And then CrossFit is really where I started being like, okay, I really need food. I need this fuel. So obviously, you would have those thoughts every once in a while if you ate a little bit, but I would just tell myself, no, like you need this, you need this. And then it turned into only doing it once every few weeks, once every month, once every few months. You know what I mean? And then eventually it just went away where I didn't even have any thoughts of doing it at all.
In that process, you're all alone. That's a solo journey.
Um, At first, my friend and I kind of were doing it together. That's when we
But the
both didn't
quitting
really
part,
want
right?
the what?
Sorry, go on. Sorry, go on. So you and your
No, we
friend were doing
just
it together.
yeah, we just both we were like, okay, how can we get a little bit skinnier faster? And so we both tried laxatives together actually, and then we're like, this is stupid. It made us like more bunged up. I was like, how is that? How does
What?
that work? I thought this was supposed to.
Oh, it made you constipated. Laxative makes you constipated.
Yeah, but I thought it was supposed to get
Me too.
everything out. You know what
I
I
thought it
mean?
turned your poop to water. I always imagine I've never taken laxative, but I assume it just turned your shit to water, and you just
Yeah, we just got bunged up. So we were both like, this is dumb. We're not doing that.
I don't know if that's a word. I'm gonna have to look this up. Bunged up.
Yeah, is that? I don't know.
Bunged up. Oh, congested. Wow. A British informal language. She's not going
There
to
you
let
go.
anything so trivial as bunged up nose stop her going to a party. Wow.
Learn something new every day.
Does bunged up mean constipated? Being bunged up results in large amounts of gas being trapped in a spectacular explosion when your bowels eventually perform.
Oh my God.
But so it's like all bad things kind of it's like smoking cigarettes. You do it with your friends, but quitting's a solo journey. Or so that's what I
Mm,
meant by it's a solo journey. When you quit, it was a solo journey.
yeah, for sure.
Like you have to
I
go
would say
inside and
so.
fight. You're fighting your own habits. I was gonna say demons, but
Yeah.
more practically, they're called habits. You're trying to change your habits.
Yeah. I would say so. For sure.
What do you think you learned from that? You think that was a tough battle to fight? Was that a tough battle to fight for you to
I
stop that?
think so. Yeah, because I know how unhealthy it made me, obviously physically, but mentally too. Like back when I first started doing it and obviously started doing drugs and alcohol, like I would get into fights with my mom because I was just always so hungry. I didn't know that at the time, but my
Mm.
brain was just so hungry that I would just get into fights all the time and everything was, you're horrible, but I wouldn't think logically or anything. It was just anything would tick me off, you know what I mean? And so yeah, it was tough for a while. But again, I always just say, like, I'm so grateful for my brother because fitness is what changed my life.
That's what made it so I quit smoking too. I found CrossFit,
Yeah, that's amazing.
and I'm like, hey, these two can't go together. This is stupid.
No, some people do, though. It's insane.
Hattie, when you do, let's say I told you to do max burpees, just go for 10 minutes. Would your lungs give out or would your muscles give out?
Probably my muscles.
So I've said this before on the show, and I feel like the other day I was thinking there's got to be something there because for me, that's just like not that does not happen. My muscles do like my muscles in Metcons, my muscles just don't give out. It's always my lungs. And I think that's why I suck at CrossFit.
Because
I
of all
think
the smoking.
no, not because of the smoking. I
Then
just think
what?
I don't know. I think that's the distinction. I'm just totally making this up for the first time. I'm releasing this on this show. I think that's the
Okay.
distinction between someone who's gonna be a like did you ever see that, did you see when we streamed the quarterfinals?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so we streamed the quarterfinals, and, this guy, Taylor Self, was working out, and then he pushed his lungs kept going, but he got so much lactic acid built up that it, like, went into his
Where he
brain, and
fell back?
yeah, and he passed out, basically. Like, that
Okay.
could
But that
never
was a
happen.
pass out? I thought
Yeah.
he just like hit the box wrong or something.
No, he passed out. He basically I think that we've determined all the medical staff at the Sevon podcast have determined he had, like, lactigosis or something. Someone will write it in the comments now. And that basically his brain filled up with lactic acid, and it just turned it's something that can happen. You have so much lactic acid building up that your brain turns to pudding.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what he said. It felt like his brain was pudding, and he doesn't really remember anything, like, for a few like, he doesn't
He
remember getting
literally
back
just
on the
blacked
box or
out.
anything. I don't think, like, I think for, like, normal people, like, your lungs give out when you do burpees. I've been doing burpees my whole life. I've never hit a spot where I can't do one because of muscular fatigue. I don't even understand that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I feel like it would be muscular fatigue for me, just because that is something that goes first for me, is in
That's what all you guys
different
say.
movements.
That's what
Yeah.
all the best people say. I've never heard the best people in the world be like, "Oh, I ran out of air."
Should do some more box breathing.
That's the that one.
But all through your nose.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing. Most of the time, I try. I mean, since I got old, when I work out, I only breathe through my nose. That's what I do
Okay.
to game shit, to slow everything down so I don't have to go fast.
It helps. I mean, ever since I started doing box breathing, I do feel like my aerobic system has just gone up. And then I also tape my mouth at night, which some people might not believe in that, but I feel better in the morning. Like, I feel like I'm not so dry. My mouth isn't so dry in the morning. Yeah, but box breathing has been huge. And I've given it to a lot of my clients, and they have found that it helped them too. I mean, I remember giving it to my one friend, and it was crazy. After a few months, he was like, holy shit, I feel like I could go forever, on the bike or whatever it was. Cause we did a test then, and then we did a test later. And yeah, it was pretty cool.
I can just watch a video on YouTube.
Yeah. It's pretty much just breathing in for 4 seconds, breathing out for 4 seconds. Or sorry, breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, breathe out for 4 seconds, and hold for 4 seconds. And then just keep doing that you only need like 5 minutes. I'll do it before bed sometimes. And it's supposed to help a lot for anxiety. Like, I've told other clients to do it if they feel a lot of anxiety coming on, then just do a little bit of box breathing, and it helps you just ground yourself, bring yourself to the present.
I'm gonna set you up here. You ready?
For box breathing?
No, I'm gonna set you up here. If I have a tube like this, right?
Yeah.
And then something has to flow through it, right? air has to flow through it, right?
Okay.
And then I put something in here. It's gonna slow down how much air can come in. Okay. So what about your nose ring?
Oh. It's just tiny though.
Okay. All right. All right.
Shit.
I'm just saying.
Like, you were showing a freaking tube going through.
Yeah. I hear you.
This would be like, do I have something tiny over here? No.
Like this? You think it's more like a pencil?
Pin.
You think it's more like this?
Yeah.
Like
not a big sausage finger there.
All right.
Maybe I'm gonna have to pull this thing out. Shit.
But listen, I'm like
breathing.
But listen, I have a bias. I have to be honest. I'm not a piercing guy.
No?
No. I was very happy to see in that picture that you took your belly button ring out. I'm not a piercing guy.
Yeah, no belly button rings. What about earrings?
Earrings I'm okay with. I make exception for earrings. No tongue rings.
No tongue, no. What about eyebrow?
Just mental illness. I mean, I like it because it just warns me, right? Okay, that person's got issues, like serious issues.
So is this issues, or is that like pretty tame?
It's different. Like it fits with like your mountain girl, like you got a hemp necklace, you know what I mean? Reggae on the river,
Oh, I used to be like that, where I would do like hair ties in my hair and shit.
Like, yeah. I have this theory that I haven't really released yet, but I think all of those things, I'm not going to release it.
Oh, come on. Let's hear it.
I think all of those things are a signal to men of a vulnerability. All of those.
I could see some of it, maybe.
Yeah. And so, and I don't know if that's the kind of men you want to attract.
Yeah.
I haven't completely worked it out.
Maybe that's subconsciously them doing it, but I don't think.
Yes, it's very.
I don't think that they're doing it to be like, oh.
Yeah. Look at like this, Gross. Signal's a good time. Yeah, and it's very subconscious to guys, right?
Yeah,
but
I mean, subconscious of the girls. I don't think that the girls are doing it to be like, hey.
No. But I think
I got an eyebrow ring, so come.
Yes. You have a tongue ring, that means you suck dick. Like, I don't think it works like that. You know what I mean? I have nipple rings. I like anal. I mean, well, if you're a guy, maybe, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's distinct like that. Like there's something you can buy on Amazon, like a decoder ring.
Right.
But I do think that, and I think it goes both ways. Like I think men who do that, it's signaling. I don't know what it signals for women.
Right.
But I just think like on some level, like anytime you do something, it's signaling other people. And when I see like those piercings and shit, I'm like, or like dyed hair, or just shit like that. I'm like, I wonder what that because it's all the mating game out there, whether anyone thinks it or not. I just wonder
Yeah, for sure.
what that's signaling.
I can see that though. I mean, even I'm sure I got this to maybe, I mean, I don't know. That one's hard.
How old were you when you got it?
I've had it for a while. I don't even remember. I think I was probably in my early 20s.
You ever sneeze and a snot bubble come out of the hole?
No, but I have had snot on it before.
Oh yeah. Every nose ring loves some snot.
That'd be hilarious. Just make a little bubble coming out.
Yeah. I feel the same about alcohol. Yeah. You see a girl drinking. I mean, that's why you wait till the bar closes, David. You wait till 3 a.m. and you pick the last one.
Till the lights come on?
Yeah, you pick the last one standing. You get in there with your brother, you're working out. Do you actually work out with him? Like, do you end up working out with him on a regular?
Him and then my best friend as well. So it just kind of depends on he still lives in Raymond. I live in the city. So if he came in to work out, then I would work out with him. But more it was just me and my best friend that would go.
And you loved it. You immediately became a daily routine, 7 days a week?
Probably 5 to 6, I'm guessing. Yeah. And then I wanted to make a career out of it. So that's why I went to college to be, well, at the time I was like, I want to be a personal trainer. So I went and took my exercise science.
And you need that in Canada, right?
You don't necessarily need it. No, you can get like personal training certs. I just thought, oh, why not go to college and get like that extra training rather than I looked into the personal training stuff, but I thought college was going to be a little bit better. Plus I wanted to be an athlete as well. So that's when I played. Well, first I did cross country my first year, and then I did soccer and cross country my second year.
In college?
Mm-hmm.
So you got back in shape. Wow, yeah. That's crazy. Did you have to try out for those teams?
I did for soccer, but I don't think I did for cross country. I don't think so.
And why did you do those?
Because I don't know why I didn't do soccer the first year. I love running, and I just wanted to get onto a sport it is team sport, but it's a lot of individual as well. So I just wanted to do something for me. And then, I love running. So that's why I did cross country. And then soccer, I love soccer. And I was playing soccer just on rec leagues. So I was like, oh, why not try out for the college team? And it was a lot different than just rec. But I had a lot of fun. And being a dual athlete was tough because those 2 times are both at the same time, right? Or those 2 sports are at the same time. But it was really, really good experience.
Any injuries from soccer?
Not really. I think I had some knee stuff. No surgery. I think I had like a bad knee one time, but no.
You can go to a girls' Division I soccer team and be like, "Hey, everyone, pull your pants up," and it's just fucking knee scars everywhere, like the whole fucking team. Yeah, it's crazy.
They're ruthless. Girls are ruthless in general. Even in rugby, there was one game that I swear I was going to break my back. So I was the hook or the hooker, and we go into this.
Hooker, yep.
And we go into this scrum. So I'm in the middle, and then we like grab the ball or whatever. So we go into this scrum, and my back was twisting. And so I was yelling at the girls, hey, straighten it out, or trying to get the ref's attention, but he couldn't hear because it is pretty loud in there. And so finally I was like, okay, how am I going to straighten this out? So I just grabbed this girl's hair over here on the other team and just started reefing it up until we got straight. I swear I was going to break my back if I didn't do that, because they did not give a shit. And girls punch under there. So when you're in there like this, girls are punching you from underneath and kicking your shins. It's insane. But I had to grab that girl's hair and pull her up, or my back probably would have, whatever, they would have fucked me up.
Are they yelling shit too? Like, you fucking bitch and fuck you?
Yeah,
and
for sure.
crazy shit in
And
there.
even for me being like, you guys straighten out or come out of it or whatever, they were like, no, F you, whatever, they were just yelling like, you bitch. And so then that's when I was like grabbing her hair, and then she was like, let go of my hair. And then the other two girls, let go of her hair. And I'm like, hell no.
Did
I
you
am
have to
not breaking
explain?
my back over this.
Did you explain it to her afterwards?
No.
God, that's a great story.
I got punched in the face once. And I didn't even see it coming. I don't even know how the hell it happened. We were at a tournament on the island, like Vancouver Island, and I was on the flanks. I was one of the flanks. And so I was just standing there, like looking at the view or whatever, because it's beautiful there. So we were just getting ready to go into a scrum. So I was just looking around, and then I get ready to go in, and then all of a sudden, boom. And then I look over, and it was the girl across, and she just looks at me. And then that's when we were getting in. So I was like, what the fuck? So my whole team went for her, and they all just pummeled her. Like anytime that we could get this girl, we were on her.
Damn, I like it. Wow. That's like almost like a drowning incident, but in a rugby game. Like if someone's drowning, they'll just do anything. They'll step on a baby to get their fucking breath. So you were gonna have your fucking back broken. And you're locked in there. You can't get out.
You're locked in tight. So when my two girls on the side come to grab me, they like grab both sides like of here and pull the jersey tight.
Yeah.
And so they're grabbing tight. I'm going around them, and then they squeeze you in, and then you're locking into the other girls across from you. So you're in there tight. And so then I just went in. I don't know how I got twisted, but we just went in wrong and it got twisted. And then you keep pushing against each other. Because eventually when the scrum throws the ball in, you're both trying to go like this to get closer to the ball, right? So you're just pushing against each other. So yeah, it was wild.
Hey, you don't get when you come to the States, do you have a different experience when you go out in public? Like, I just love watching you move around. I just stare at your arms the whole time. It's like I'm doing a show with JR. But in Alberta, probably people don't notice, right? But when you go to the States and it's warmer, are you surprised at how many people stop you or talk to you? Like, hey, what do you do? What's up with your arms? What's up with your shoulders?
I think everywhere. We were just in Costco the other day, and my friend Amanda, she's got like bigger arms than I do, man. And we both were just sitting there, and this guy comes up, and we had even seen another girl. I swear she does bodybuilding or something, because her traps are just like up to her ears.
Yeah, it's not so much how big your arms are; it's how like defined they are. Like, you know what I mean? They're like
thank you.
Your muscles are separated by I don't know what said they're separated.
Yeah, this guy comes up to us though, and he's like, "Is there a competition going on or something? Because there's a lot of fit girls in this place." But yeah, we were just like, "No, this is where the protein is. It's $6 off chicken." So. But yeah, you do get it I think everywhere, especially in, Bali, because we live in Bali for 6 months of the year, and people just are like, what the hell?
Oh, and do you go to that? Do you go to Dave's gym?
Yeah.
That's like a hub, right?
Yeah, it's amazing there. And he's been building it up for the past few years, and it's absolutely amazing.
And a lot of athletes go there. A lot of like semifinal games athletes. Like when you were there, did you run into some?
Yeah, I ran into a few. I mean, Amy Kringle goes there a bunch, and then Taylor Howe, is it, or something? Taylor something. Yeah. I ran into her.
Is she still competing? That sounds like an old name to me. How do I know that name?
Yeah, I think she is. She went to Dubai, and then I'm pretty sure she was trying to get to semifinals, but I don't think she quite made it.
Dick Butter Wanderlust looks amazing.
It's so good, Dick Butter.
Yum.
You should go.
So your brother gets you into working out, then you go back to college because you want to do, okay, I'm going to study some sort of exercise science. I'm going to be a personal trainer. And then while you're there, you do soccer and what was the other one?
Cross country running.
Cross country running. And then at some point, had you even heard of CrossFit at this point? What year is this?
This is in 2012, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 2012.
Had you even heard of it? So 12 years ago.
Holy shit.
I know you were
Where does the time go?
You were just a kid. You were just a kid.
I was just a baby shit.
Yeah. You were 20.
Yeah, that's wild. 32 now. Yeah, so my professor actually is the one that told me about CrossFit. We were just texting about this yesterday.
Professor in what? What discipline?
He taught shit, I should know this. Whatever. He taught one of the classes in exercise science.
Okay, so a core class to your major.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he is the one that told me about CrossFit. He's like, you would do so good at CrossFit. Like, I loved doing handstands and I ran a lot and whatever. And he's just like, you got the body type for it. And I kind of looked it up and said, no, thank you. People get hurt in CrossFit, just the whole stereotypical, I don't want to do it. And then for like 2 years, I wouldn't do it. But then eventually I thought, okay, maybe I'll try it. So at the college gym, I would practice some snatches, some cleans on my own. I was already doing.
Had you ever done any? Had you ever done any before, snatches or cleans?
No.
So what would you do? You would just have your phone there and watch someone do it and then do it? How did you learn it?
I think I watched it on YouTube or something. Okay. Yeah.
And then self-taught. So self-taught.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that one of our classes, they did teach us a little bit of cleans. But yeah, with the snatches, I was just trying the snatches on my own. And I did lots of squat. Like, I was bodybuilding then, so I knew how to do all the other stuff. I had pull-ups already. And so, yeah, I bought the shoes. I drank the juice. I finally went to CrossFit, and they thought I was a CrossFitter because I had a little bit of definition. And I was like, no, I've never done CrossFit ever. And they were like, well, you got the shoes, she's got the shorts, but I just bought all that because I thought.
Did you have like Nanos or Metcons or something?
They were the half lifter, half trainer.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what that is. You were in there though.
Yeah. My friend actually still has the shoes because she got them from me. She had me sign them the other day. But yeah, and I just loved it ever since.
What was your first workout?
I wish that I would have known that, but I have a video of one of my first workouts, and it was ring rows. I could barely do pull-ups. I mean, I had strict, but it was supposed to be like kipping. So it was ring rows and then handstand walk and running. And I could do the handstand walk, but I couldn't do the pull-ups. And then it was running as well. So that was one of my first workouts.
And it was literally like that. You did one and you're like, okay, this is it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you remember a quick body composition shift? Like within a month, you're like, uh-oh, something's happening here.
Yeah, I think after a few months for sure, because my lower body has always been super strong. It was my upper body that needed some work, and I definitely started feeling stronger and looking a little bit more defined in the upper body for sure.
What did you think of the people there?
Amazing. That was like my second home. And, some of them I don't go to that gym anymore, but some of them are best friends. And one of them, I did 2-a-days right away. And then I wanted to be a coach. So I became a coach, I don't know, maybe just under a year after I joined. And they're amazing. Like, have you heard of Heather Gillespie? She went to the games twice, I think.
Name sounds familiar.
So
she was at your gym. She went as an individual.
Yeah, and she owned the gym back then. So it was Heather and then our friend Brandon, and they're really amazing with how we move, right? They're all into moving with quality forms. So I'm just really grateful for that because that's huge, right?
I'm looking up this Heather Gillespie chick because there was this girl. Nope.
Not her.
I vaguely no, it's not who I thought it was. I vaguely remember, but dude, she's old school as shit. She's being interviewed by Marty Say in this. This girl's been around forever.
Yeah, she has.
Wow. She was a coach there. Sorry, she was a coach there.
She owned the gym.
She owned
but
the
yes,
gym.
She was a coach as well.
Hattie, do you have plans this Saturday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time?
For
listen. Hattie's good. She's not that good. It's the Kill Taylor show. Just sit back and enjoy it, Hattie. Don't try to get the money. It's not a show for girls. We just have the girls' numbers just like to pretend like we're
Hey, come on.
No, it's not.
I should have done that legless rope climb one. I would have beat him.
No girl's ever gonna beat him. He can beat. It used to be no one can beat him. Now it's just no girl can beat him.
Okay, well, I'll be the first girl. Once it's one that I think I can beat him, I'm calling in. I don't care what you say.
Hattie, are you related to Sevon? You remind me of his son facially. I could see that. I could totally see that.
What?
Wow.
How old are your kids?
7, 7, and 9. You do remind me a little bit of my oldest son. I can see it when you smile. That's crazy.
I'm a boy.
Don't derail the show. No, he's beautiful. He's too young. When they're young, they're just beautiful. He has long eyelashes and
the best.
Yeah, he's fucking beautiful still. He hasn't turned into like a man yet. Dirty man.
So wait, 7 and 7? Do you have twins?
I have twins, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, 7, 7, and 9. Yeah, it's so great. How do you, this is off subject a little bit, but before we move forward in the timeline, but did you do any swimming anywhere in your?
Just swimming lessons, and then obviously during the summer we would go to the pool a lot, but
no competitive,
no competitive,
or no like learning the strokes or anything like that.
Nope, not until I got to Bali, and my friend helped me a lot there, but not growing up.
And then, and when you say helped you there, in case it showed up at some CrossFit competition, you needed to start working on it.
Yeah.
Round out the game. And how they say if you don't do swimming as a young age, it can never really be. You can never get good. Are you getting good?
Yeah, I don't.
Do you practice?
I think so. I'm not bad at swimming. It's just the breathing. That's the hardest part. So I went last Thursday, and it was like, okay, we just got to get back into it.
You people keep asking if you're single. Listen, knuckleheads. She has like a real man. You have no chance.
Got a man.
Yeah, he like puts out fires and wears like has always like tribal
getting
lines
down
on
and
his
dirty.
Face. Yeah, like chalk marks on his face and shit. Let me tell you, he's yeah. So you start doing it, and then do you want to do competitions right away? Do you feel like when you find out you can be competitive at it? Are you like, oh, this is for me?
Yeah, because it was a good outlet after college to do some kind of competitive, because I've always been competitive, right? So for sure, I wanted to do competitions. Obviously, I looked up to everyone that went to the games. It was like, oh, that would be so cool. But again, my confidence lacked. So I was like, oh, I'll never make it to the games. So I'll just do lots of local comps.
What did you see that made you, there must have been some fire sparked in you. Like I'm guessing how it happens is you see, oh, I can run faster than this girl and she took 3rd in the games. Or, oh, I have more strict pull-ups than this girl and she took 5th in the games. Was there some markers that you saw that you're like, oh shit, there's an opening for me?
Like that made me want to push for the games?
Yeah. Was there like something that you, what were the movements, I guess, that made you think, okay, there is a glimmer of hope?
Well, I would say the first year that Wall Walks came out, that's for sure. That one I got like 13th in the world or something like that. And I was like, okay. And then I didn't do too bad on the rest of the workouts either. So it was like, yeah, I can do this. And that was kind of when, I think that was when we started going back to Bali after COVID. I just started working out hard and was like, okay, we got to work for this. So yeah.
Do you have a day job now?
I'm a coach in person and online.
And you have a gymnastics program.
I do.
And when you say online, meaning people contact you through Instagram and will be like, "Hey, do you have a website or is it through Instagram?"
So I work for Ascend Athlete.
That's the drink? They have a drink?
No. So
Oh.
Tristan, do you know Tristan Patrick? That's Kelly Baker's coach as well.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
he's my coach.
Okay.
And then he is the head coach for Ascend Athlete, and I work for them.
Okay. Was she a nutrition coach too?
She is, yeah.
And she
Kelly?
still is? Yeah.
Yeah. Kelly is for Black Iron Nutrition, I think it's called.
Okay, this is starting to all kind of like, now it's starting to come in because she's been on the show before, and it's like, now it's my memories are starting to come back a little. Okay.
Just a little.
And is that a good job for what you're trying to do? For
I
your
think so.
yeah. CrossFit, and they work well together.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I love the online. I love the in-person. I do love the online, but sometimes it's tough when I get home and I'm tired from the gym and everything. So I need to like figure out a good schedule of just sitting on the computer. But other than that, it is, yeah, I've always loved coaching. So it's good. I just love being on my feet all day. So that's why I love the in-person, because I love being on my feet. I love coaching. It's amazing to be in person. The online's tough just because it's a little bit delayed with your clients, right?
Where do you coach at?
It's called CrossFit Framework.
In 2022 was the first year you went to semifinals?
2022, 3, 4, yes, to Atlas Games. We did go to semifinals in 2020, but that was literally the day that COVID happened. So we were at Atlas Games. I was there on a team, and we were already in the venue, and they got on the mic and said, "We can't do this because there's a pandemic happening."
Hey, and did I hear right? I don't know if it was on Lauren's. I think it was on Lauren's podcast. You escaped to Bali.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
during
tell me
COVID?
That? So can you tell me? So you're at that event. It doesn't go down. They're like, worldwide pandemic. All Canadians obey your master, Henry Trudeau.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's a scumbag. He truly is a bad human being.
I mean, I'm not very political, but he's a
pathological liar. It's not like I understand like people have different ideas of shit. Like some people don't know that there's no such thing as homeless people. There's just people who prefer crime and drugs over shelter. And I get it. You don't you haven't thought about it. But Trudeau's just a straight up fucking liar. Like what he says one thing over here and then says the other thing over here, and it's like,
well, he's a drama teacher. He's just putting on an act the whole time, or a drama.
Such a scumbag. Okay, so you find out about the pandemic. Does anyone there like him? Does anyone like there's like I have friends who like Biden. Like, is there anyone who actually likes Trudeau?
Not that I've talked to.
Yeah, like you don't meet anyone, right?
No.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure if you go over to the East Coast.
I've never met anyone who likes him either. Not even like, yeah, I guess he is like Gavin Newsom. We kind of have a more handsome version of Trudeau. We have the straight version of Trudeau.
Yeah.
So you find out about it, and then what do? Do you call Jake and you're like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here?
So we had plans to go to Bali, and then the pandemic happened. And so whatever, shutdown happened. We just drank our lives away, was inside for however many months. And then
what was your go-to drink during the pandemic?
I think we were drinking a lot of beer, maybe a lot of, what are those called? The vodka drinks.
Oh, like in a can or something?
Yeah.
Pre-mixed.
I can't remember what they're called, but They were big then too. What the fuck?
I drank a lot of those too. I mixed them though with sparkling water. I know exactly what you're talking about. I think those made me gay for sure.
Yeah, so we drank a lot of those.
What were those? Fuck, someone tell us. White Claw.
Someone
Yes.
yeah, White Claws.
Amanda
That's
wins
exactly what it was.
$10,000.
Oh, Amanda.
Yes.
I'm literally at her house right now. Thanks, Amanda.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. White. Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a fucking White Claw whore. Okay.
Thanks, girl.
God damn. Okay.
She says, "You're welcome." Oh, that's good. That's exactly what they are. So yeah, we were drinking lots of White Claws. Where was I? Oh yeah, and then Bali. Is that what I'm talking about?
Like, how did you like the way you said it to Lauren made me think like they were going door to door with the vaccine and you and fucking Jake put your fucking red handkerchief on a stick and fucking ran out. I could just get a little feeling of that. You know what I mean?
So I got
like,
a good story for you for after we're off.
Oh yeah.
When we're off.
Oh yeah.
About that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we found an opening. So we got this visa that they had just made for the pandemic for anyone that wasn't scared to come over. So it was like, come for 6 months. Obviously, it was a bunch of money, but we were like, we don't care. So we bought it. And finally,
you were good at saving money. You'd say you're good at saving money. I get the impression too.
Yeah, I am. We both are. But then when you go over there, it's super cheap, so it doesn't matter. But to get over there, and then Jake is like a wizard with points. So we travel everywhere for free. He just gets a lot of points, and then we travel everywhere on points. So we found a tiny little opening, and we were able to get out. And then the plan was only
Jewish. Is he Jewish?
No, but you'd think.
Yeah, my wife's good. We never pay for a hotel anywhere because but she's Jewish. We got points fucking galore.
Yeah, no, he just learned it from his dad. His dad has always been really good with points. And yeah, same thing, hotels and flights, we just pay with points. And then, yeah, we were only supposed to stay there for 6 months, but Canada was still being stupid. So we decided to stay an extra 4. So we stayed there for 10 to 11, I think it was.
I'm surprised you came home.
I know.
Did you guys kind of fantasize about what you would do there to build a life? Okay, we'll do this. We'll do this. Did you guys ever like talk it through what it would look like?
For sure. We still do. We still talk about getting a villa. The thing is, I love home as well. I have to be in the mountains and I love it here so much. So I could do the 6 months and 6 months for sure. But I do need to come home because I love it here so much.
How are you on time?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to tell my wife something. You take the kids. I will meet you there.
Yeah, I got to text Amanda.
She can hear you. You just say it to her, whatever you want to say to her.
Well, we were going to go swimming, but that was like half an hour ago. So we're already past.
Sevi, you're believing the media too much. Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Jake. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Sorry, Trudeau's a good dude. My bad.
Sorry. Not sorry.
I'd miss her too much. Oh, if you moved there.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So 2022, how do you do in 2022?
That's Atlas Games. Are we talking about semifinals?
Yeah, semifinals. Your first semifinals that you actually get to go to. You go there as an individual?
Yeah. So I got 8th and we were taking 5 spots.
Okay. And that's the shit semifinals though anyway. Come on. You guys had Emma Lawson and that's it. Come on.
She was insane, man. It was so crazy seeing her. Us older folks, we would go across the finish line and I'd be like dying on the ground. And then when she would come across, it was just like, hey, like not even a sweat down her brow. I'm just like, to be 17 again.
Yeah, she's fascinating, isn't she?
Yeah, and she's super nice. I really like her.
Okay, so you take 8th and there's only 5. And when you went there, did you cry after that? Were you sad or were you like, oh, I did great. This is cool. Great.
No, experience. I was happy. I was happy with myself. And this is when I was kind of working with my mindset coach. So I had some really cool shifts during that competition. I knew that I needed experience, right? So
look at Amanda coming to your defense. Yeah, I'm super high on Paige Powers. Okay, so there were 2 good girls there. Leave me alone.
Get it right.
But also there was no pressure, right?
Yeah.
By pressure, I mean you didn't have a expectation.
No. It was just, this is my first semis. Let's go and let's do the best we can and hope for a good finish. But obviously, like, I just needed experience, right, at these higher level competitions. So yeah, I was super happy.
And then you come home and does it inspire you, like, because you were only 3 spots away, where you're like, okay, look at this. I just competed with 2 of the best in the world, Emma and Paige, same floor as them, only 3 spots out. I need to like watch less TV and sleep more. Like, was there a plan? Like, was there a plan to elevate your game? Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Hi, babe.
Hi, sorry. Can Joseph and Ari come with you, or do I need to take them?
No, you could leave them in the house. Just
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Just just tell them no, they can't like just be watching you. They can't watch YouTube.
No, you're right. And
Okay.
they're finishing their Kumon right now. So I said when they're done, they can watch a movie.
Okay, cool. All right.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Later, bye.
All right.
She has the nicest voice.
Oh, she's the best. She's the best.
It's so soothing.
Yeah. I love her. Oh, Haley.
Oh.
Yeah, she makes me. Yeah. So tell me what you're driving home from there, and what are you thinking when you drive home in 2022?
Yeah, like you said, I was thinking of elevating my game. So this is why I moved to Houston for 3 months to go train with Kelly Baker. And I will always love that experience. And it was so amazing. I just think it was a little bit too much for me in the sense of I just was competing for 3 months straight, and I needed to learn that. And that's okay to learn what I need as an athlete, because then last year at semifinals, I was so burnt out physically and mentally. And I just got there and was like, holy shit, I don't have anything left in the tank.
Wait,
because
so when did you go to Houston? Did you wait till like 3 months before the 2023 semifinals? Did you use it as like a prep camp, or did you go right?
I went before open. I think I did open at home, and then we came back and did quarterfinals in Houston, and I stayed there for an extra 2 more months.
What was Houston like? God, that seems like the last place I'd ever want to go. Well, Baltimore, Houston, and Philly. I'd rather live with Trudeau.
Yeah, I didn't love the city at first, especially when we first got there, because Jake came with me for the first month.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
I didn't really love it. It's just so spread out, and I'm used to being here with the mountains right there, and there was nowhere really to go, I felt like, and it was just like, I don't know, I didn't love it, but every time I go, I love it a little bit more. But I don't think I would ever really live there. Yeah, it's okay. It's just a big city, and I'm not used to big cities like that. But yeah, it was a good experience, and I was able to be there with Tristan and Kelly, and I learned so much, and I had a really great time training with them. Just for me, even Kelly and I would go into the gym a little bit tired. We'd be like, okay, today let's just chill. We don't need to be competing every single day. 3, 2, 1, and we're going hard, right? So I think I just didn't know how to put on the brakes. So yeah.
So that answers the question too. That's okay. So in 2022, you go to the Atlas Games, you do well enough that you're like, okay, I'm going to invest a little more time and a little more money and a little more, this is a horrible word, sacrifice. I'm going to leave home, and I'm actually going to go spend time with my coach and a high level athlete. And I'm going to, that's a version, that's kind of a major tweak, right? That was the first, the first time you had done that. Before, you were just hanging out in your bubble. You're like, let me see if there's some more nurturing I can get. So, and that's a sign that you're more serious about 2023.
Yeah, for sure.
Where were the 2023 semifinals?
Pasadena.
Oh shit. Okay. Yep. I was on the outs, I think. Pasadena. And you show up there, and that was the one you're saying. Tell me how you showed up there.
I showed up really nervous and I had so many expectations because I thought, okay, well, you just moved your whole life to have more volume, work harder, work with a high level athlete and all of that. So I was like, so you have to make it. You know what I mean? I just thought doing all of those things was going to help me make the games. And it was just totally not true. By the time I got there, even Amanda, who keeps commenting too, her someone that she knows was like, hey, Hattie looks really burnt out. Like, what's up? And that person,
like, they text her like, hey, I'm down here with your friend. She looks like shit.
But that just pretty much, and that just kind of goes to show that someone that doesn't really know, I mean, he knows me, but not personally. And someone who doesn't even really know me was like, oh shit, like something's up, kind of thing. So, I mean, that almost makes me feel better in the sense of being like, oh, like what happened? Why was it like that? But I really was just burnt out. And I think I pushed myself a little bit too much and didn't take enough breaks, which I need. I needed to go out on more walks or maybe take a week off. Before Atlas Games, I actually took a week off and went camping, got my head out of the gym. It was so fun, so nice. And it's stuff like that that I need.
Did Jake go to that event in Pasadena?
He did not. No, he did. He didn't go to Atlas Games. Sorry, he did go to Pasadena.
And did your parents go?
No.
No. So it was just Jake? Just Jake. Was Tristan there?
It was Jake, and then his parents and Tristan was there. Yes.
Wow, his parents came.
They come to everything. They even went to my Egypt competition this year.
Wow, crazy! You stayed.
Yeah,
in
they
Egypt
love
for a month.
traveling.
Well, I saw you stayed in Egypt for a month.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, do you cry after that one? What place do you get there?
I got 18th, I think. Out of 60. And there was 60 that year.
Right, and how many did they take?
10.
Oh man, so the same thing, basically very similar placement.
Yeah.
Like if you were to do ratios or percentages or something, you finish the same. So you finish 8th out of and you needed to be 5th. You finish 18th and you need to be 10th. And are you on the drive home? Are you like, okay, I'm done with CrossFit. Good run, 2 years. That was cool.
No,
not
at all. It was just like, hey, back to the drawing board.
No shit. Even though you were, it was a. Okay, let me frame this. It was a miserable experience, but you're the kind of person who's miserable or good experiences. You just like life experiences.
The thing is, it wasn't a miserable experience. I still had fun. It was all learning for me. And it was hard because the first event went okay. The second event, I should have got top 5 in that event, but again, muscular fatigue, right? Muscular fatigue hit in and I couldn't even do my last rep of the movement. So after that is where I was like, okay, tomorrow's a new day. We need to do better, whatever. And I still had fun for the rest of the time. It's just there were costly mistakes that I made. And I just see it all as learning. I'm not just going to quit because of those experiences. Again, I'm pretty new to this. And that was only my say it was my 4th or whatever, really high level competition. You know what I mean? I still need more experience under my belt. So for me, it's not, I'm just going to quit right away. I need to just go back to the drawing board and figure out what I need as an athlete. And, me and Tristan talked about that.
When you went to that event, did anyone say to you, hey, you can qualify this year?
I don't know.
Okay. So there was in the forefront of your mind, there was no there wasn't any eminence, not the word, persistent pressure or pressure that was present coming from the outside yet.
Not from the outside. It was more from myself, the pressure, because I had done all this stuff, moved and blah, 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 whatever. And so I was like, okay, well, now you have to make it because you just made all these crazy changes to your life.
Yeah. It's like what I don't remember the Wright brothers. They build an airplane and they're getting ready to launch it, and like they put in all this work and then it doesn't fly.
Yeah.
But you're
And
like,
now we got to
okay,
just put in
back.
more work.
Okay, so you go back to Alberta, and then what becomes the plan? And so that's then the build up to this year showing up in Carson. So what's the plan at that point? Let's go back to like June of last year.
June, we're just chilling. July, August, September. I think we go to Bali in maybe November. So the plan was to go back to Bali, and then the plan right after semifinals was just to like take a few weeks off, enjoy myself, enjoy the summer. I joined a lot of classes at the gym, and we went to the mountains a ton. Went hiking and everything. So yeah, it was just to enjoy myself. And then Jake and I had plans to go to Bali, so we did Bali again. And Bali's really great for both training and recovery. So it was just work hard in Bali before we come home and also work hard.
And when do you come home?
From Bali?
Yeah.
I think we came home we were there for Christmas. So I think end of January, maybe beginning of February-ish.
Wow. So right up until the Open.
Yeah. I think it was a couple weeks before the Open.
Are you I don't get it. So what's the train? So in Bali, you get enough. Do you improve at all as a CrossFitter in Bali?
I think so. I mean, when you come home, there's studies out there that say training in that heat is like altitude training, and I do feel it. My first couple times going there, when I came home, it was like, holy shit, I feel good.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And then obviously the recovery is crazy. You get $20 massages, $5 foot massages. Wanderlust has ice baths.
I watched your massage video.
I have a massage video?
Yeah, I felt like it was borderline inappropriate. Where is it? I mean, I liked it. There's a guy like treating your leg.
Oh yeah, that's Brian.
Yeah,
he was at the competition.
Yeah, this video is crazy. Look at this one, people.
Because he's got it in like fast mo and slow mo.
I cannot believe how thorough this guy is.
He's so good. He was at semifinals this year and the games, I guess, last year.
What do you say to him? You're like, hey, can I film this? And he's like, sure.
No, he's filmed all of that.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Hey, why does he put that orange cloth there?
Just to not get the stuff on your shorts.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like to block his view or something.
Maybe that too.
Like, hey, don't look over there. Cover that up. Hey,
anything that would like open it more.
When you stand up from there, like, are you just is your leg feel just incredible?
Oh yeah, he's so good.
And you only see who sends him. He works for CrossFit and he just happens to be there. He works for the venue.
No, he works in Houston, so that's how I met him. He used to work out of the gym that I go to there, and now he has his own place. And that was at his own place.
Okay. Now I get it. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't bring him. So last year he volunteered for the games, and then I guess he got the same gig with the semifinals, and then he's going to get the same gig this year at the games as well. So we'll see him there.
David, don't get creepy, dude. Hey, listen, I'm an empath. I'm just an empath. I can't help it. I just empathize. It wasn't me. Did you ever experience
empath?
What is that?
Oh yeah, Bali belly. It's the worst.
That's like you drink the water and you're fucked.
You don't drink the water. I mean, maybe in your shower. I don't really know exactly, but sometimes when you eat something and there's just a bug in there, you get it. But my first year going, I had it for like a week.
And what, you just feel like bubbly gut and you're shitting yourself?
Yeah, you're just shitting. You're just the pains that you get in the stomach is the worst.
I
just sit there in bed moaning like
worse than cramps, like period cramps, menstrual cramps.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
way
cool.
worse.
So men can experience that.
It's like, yeah, tiny little knives just.
Wow. Oh, that's what Alexis Raptis had.
Yeah, she had it I talked to her and she had it for the whole time she was there. But I think hers, she had like an underlying condition as well. So that's why hers was a lot worse. Her mom got it too. But when you're there and you get it, you can get these IV drips. And I guess it helps a lot. I always just, whatever, lay in bed for a day and let it go away. But a lot of people get these IV drips with, I don't know, there's just lots of vitamins and whatever else in there, but it's supposed to help.
And you don't eat when that's going on either, huh? You're just like, fuck that. I'm just drinking water. I'm not fucking around.
I try to maybe have a little bit of soup, a lot of liquids, but it is hard to eat.
God, I'm sadistic. I want to experience it.
Yeah, go to Bali.
Everyone
We're
gets it there?
going next year, so you can come visit.
Everyone gets it?
Not everyone. No.
So you come back and is your are you following Tristan's programming when you're in Bali?
Yeah.
And there's a place to do that at Dave's gym?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, he has a huge gym. I've coached there a couple times, and there was one class that was like 126 people.
You coached it by yourself?
No, there's 4 of us.
Oh, darn. You should have let the other 3 people go so you could have just had that in your record book.
Yeah,
guys.
right?
Shoo.
See you later. I got this.
How cool is that? Do you wear a headset or do you just yell?
No, just yell. Now on Saturdays, Dave has brought out the headset. So now him and one of the other coaches, they wear headsets. And then the other 2 are more like the demo and warm up people. But yeah.
Do you get crazy when you coach? Do you say crazy shit?
Like what?
I don't know. Like, all right, guys, all the weak men over here, all the strong men over here.
No, that's what our boss does at our gym here, though. You would love the shit that he says. It's pretty funny. I'll say some funny stuff. I'll dance more. Like there's all those memes going around that it's like me dying in my workout and my coach over there is just living it up, and that's me. I'm just sitting there dancing. Like, keep going, motherfuckers.
I was thinking about I was brainstorming some ideas. I was thinking about doing like a online, like just like have people call in, be like, hey, can you find the worst CrossFitting member you have? Just like someone who just sucks. They've been there like 3 years, and I want to do a competition. You know what I mean? Between like the worst person at one gym and the worst person at another gym. Like, you know what I mean? Like
you've been telling them that they're the worst.
Yeah. Fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? Like you've been there 5 years and you don't have a pull up or even one double under. Like you don't have one pull up or one double under.
And make them do a workout.
Yeah, do a workout online.
See who wins.
Or I was thinking, wouldn't it be fun to do a competition just for like a 2-hour show and just you have to be 80?
80.
Yeah.
I don't think we have anyone that old in our gym, but I would love that.
We'd have to scour the earth for them, but that shit's so funny. Have you ever seen old people, like the old people track and field events when they sprint?
No. Yes, I saw one video of it, and it was a bunch of 80-year-old ladies sprinting, but it's just kind of like.
Yeah. It's cool and it's good, but something's off, but it's so fun to watch. You're just like, what's happened?
Oh, that would be good.
Yeah.
I would watch that for sure.
Yeah, something simple. It's like 1 pull up, 2 push, 1 pull up, 2 push ups, 3 air squats, 3-minute AMRAP. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or maybe like a 15-foot shuttle run, and then
Oh yeah, you gotta have the running in there.
Yeah,
because it's literally just like fast walk. Well, fast for them, but
80-year-old CrossFit is box step ups to a 14-inch box. 14-inch, dude. Fucking 6-inch, dude.
Yeah.
You fucking kidding me? Let me see. How old's Brady? Yeah, it's weird. People don't know about you don't talk about getting old until like 37. When you're 37, you start to see the first inklings of getting old.
Yeah, I guess. No, sorry. I would say 40s, wouldn't it be? No, I don't know yet.
At 37, I started to have to warm up.
I know. Even now, I'm like, okay, I feel pretty good still.
Yeah, you can just.
But there are a couple creaks where you're like, oh, I got to get this knee lubed up a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so then you come back in January and the Open's coming in. Do you feel prepared for the Open this year?
Yes.
Yes.
I did. Yeah.
And then quarterfinals roll around, and then you're doing it at this point. You're at your gym in don't tell me, I wrote it down. CrossFit Framework.
Yeah.
You're at CrossFit Framework, and you're coaching there, and you're continuing to do the Ascend programming.
Yes, and a little bit of classes.
In classes, and then and then quarterfinals come around. Are you confident about that?
Yep. Very confident, and yeah, we just strategized more than what I've ever done, and yeah, that helped a lot.
So there's this, you in your mind, you are going to qualify for semifinals, even though it's only 40 people.
Yes.
Okay. And then you qualify for semifinals. And did you get any, there was like a points debacle this year or something, right? With semifinals, did you get caught up in that shit?
I was dumb. I was dumb. I put my score in wrong for, I can't remember. I think it was number 1, but it was the clean and jerk one. And I had just put in how many clean and jerks I did and not the total reps.
Oh, right,
so that brought me, I think I was in 9th, and then it brought me down to like 200 and whatever. So we were texting, calling everyone we could to change that. And then, yeah, they got it changed. So.
Okay, but no penalties.
I got 1 penalty. It was just 1 rep off of the box step up.
Okay, so that means you were good enough that they were looking at your shit.
Yeah, I was in top 10, so.
Okay, so of those 40 girls that went to Carson, you were top 10?
Yeah, I was 6th.
Okay, and is that a good sign for you when you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean anything to you?
I mean, it does, but it's also like, okay, that's awesome, but now it's a new competition, so we have to perform at the competition. But I do love in-person competitions more, so it did give me confidence for sure.
And I think I remember that's where you popped on the radar for me, because I was like looking at the list of people who finished. I'm like, I never seen that name before.
Yeah, and then you guys looked at my Instagram, and Hiller said I wasn't making it. I was hoping he was going to be on here so I could give him shit.
Let me look at this girl's body. She ain't making it.
Guess what, Hiller? I made it with those panda poles, you little bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I do remember that video. We did pull up your video. God, we're such assholes. I love us.
Such assholes. I was like, okay, well, now I just have to make it so I can prove him wrong.
Literally
the one time I do panda poles in my life, I was doing like a promo video for one of the companies I'm sponsored by, and I do these panda poles. Yeah, look how good that panda pole looks, though. Come on.
I love your outfit, to be honest.
It's like, come on.
I don't even know what a panda pole is. I remember him saying that. God, the show's so fun.
So I trained
you're just
with my
sitting at
friend
home,
Aaron.
minding your own business, and these boys are just taking on, trolling you online. I love it.
I trained with this guy, Aaron, and he was like showing me panda poles because he's an amazing lifter. And I was like, I've never heard of those in my life. And at the same time, Jake was doing my videos for me. So he's like, okay, here, I'll get some videos of these. And yeah, I made it with those panda poles. So.
Do you wash your hair?
Like once every once a week, once every 2 weeks sometimes.
Oh. And had you just washed it here?
I don't know, maybe. Oh. It looks a little soft, doesn't it?
Yeah. I like dirty, thick hair.
I got thick. It's like a freaking horse
What are
hair.
you? What ethnicity are you?
Hungarian.
Oh, shit. You could be related to Laura Horvat. You do look a little like Laura. Holy shit.
Yeah, maybe we're cousins.
Wow. That's not the first time you've heard that.
No, it is.
Wow.
Did I look like her?
Dude, you fucking A. That's crazy. I didn't see that before. That's crazy. What's her name? Laura. Let's see if I'm blocked by Miss Horvat. No. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I can
totally see it. And do you tan like that too?
Yeah.
You get that, like that tan? That's your tan?
Yeah.
Dang. Dan Guerrero, this is the closest you'll ever have to having Laura on the show.
Have you asked her before?
She's been on. It was fucking wild. She's
I'll
like,
have to watch that.
that's shitty question. Ask me next one. You are not very good at your job, are you? I was like, holy shit.
You're like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn, Laura, damn.
Yeah. But I love her.
It's funny.
Yeah. Men like me like abusive women. Okay. So then you take 6, and what is, and do at that point, are Jake and Tristan saying any crazy shit to you? Like, dude, this is your year.
I mean, Jake, yeah, they both are for sure.
And do you like that, or are you like, dude, stop?
I mean, I think before it would be, I would put too much pressure on myself when people are telling me that kind of stuff, but I've done a lot of work with that. And I think it just kind of pumped me up a little bit more and helped me with that confidence. The more confidence I'm building for myself, the more I'm letting in that stuff, if that makes sense. I'm letting in what people are telling me and realizing, okay, listen to them because they also know. I mean, Jake sees me train all the time. Tristan sees me train all the time, right? So yeah, I'm using it as fuel.
And when you show up to Carson, how certain are you, before even the first event starts, how certain are you that you're going to qualify for the games?
Before I showed up?
Before you, like, you get there, but you haven't done your first event.
I'm probably like I don't know. It's hard because a part of me was like, yes, you are. I'm into the woo-woo shit, so I was seeing signs all over the place. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, this is my year. But then you also have that talk in the back of your head a little bit is saying, okay, are you going to make it? It's like, is it going to be like last year or whatever? But I would say I was pretty confident, especially after quarterfinals. There still was some percent that I wasn't confident. Or I thought that I was going to maybe be 8th. You know what I mean? 7th or 8th. I was going to be on that bubble. I was not confident that I was going to be at the top or the top 3 or top 4.
And tell me some of the woo-woo shit. Like while you're sleeping, you had a dream or?
So I had dreams for sure, but I was visualizing things. But the biggest thing was 2 weeks before, whenever I would look at the time, it would be 11:11, or I was seeing 1:1 everywhere. And it was crazy. It was just every single day, things like that were happening. And I was just seeing whatever I was seeing as it as a sign. And then when we were in Carson, we were all sitting in the stands for the briefing, the gumdrops or whatever they're called, the chess pieces with our names on it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
No one's were out. There was none out on the floor except for one, and it had my name on it. Oh. It was mine that was out there. And so I just hit Amanda and was like, dude, that's me.
If you're mine, you're like, God just told me you're the one.
I was like, something just told me. The universe is telling me that this is my year.
Right. You're what's the guy's name in the Matrix? Nemo?
Oh, Nemo. Yeah, something like that though.
That's the fish, right?
Yeah, but it is something like that.
Mimo?
Neo.
Yeah. Is Neo the John Wick guy? Keanu Reeves?
Yeah. And he's just
look at God. I love you, Adam. Thank you, Neo. Thank you.
Yeah, Neo.
Justin Zazumbo. Salty Hive CrossFit. I love you too. Thank you, Neo. Are you texting someone telling them you're going to be late?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
I got to go help someone move, but I'll just say I'll be there in like 20 minutes.
Yeah. We'll be quick. Okay. We're almost at the climax of the story. We're getting there. And so you do the first event, and you must be just your confidence is skyrocketing.
Yeah, I would say so. It just the first one just felt really good, and I knew all of the workouts were pretty good for me. So
all of them, you were stoked on the whole thing.
Yeah.
You saw the program and you're like, yep, this is good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up this You're a woman. 2004 semifinals. You were in the West. And I remember you being pretty excited. I had never spoke to you before, but I remember like the first time I came up to you with the camera, you were pretty fucking fired up.
Yeah.
Actually, every time I came up to you, you were fired up. You weren't fucking around ever. Like you would just look at me and be like, yeah, yeah. And you would have like man, you're going to like
What's up?
you're going to like the behind the scenes.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. I saw the one.
Oh, you did see it already.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I have to assume you get in it more and more because as I started tracking you, I was like, oh shit, this chick's gonna be in it. And I kept waiting for you to just fall off, the scene. I was like, because I hadn't heard you and I was like, okay, so she's gonna have one good workout. So
yeah, after the snatch one, you were like, and she's strong too. I'm like, I love snatches, buddy.
Hey, and your final snatch is pretty cool, right? Where you're banging your thighs.
That's my thing.
Yeah, and
you
then
gotta give the butt slap.
Yeah, and you go out there and get it. And that's always the kind of the weak link for the new kid in town, right? They show up, they're doing great, and then that happens, right? It's like, okay, you're gonna have to lift something heavy, and you're like, bye-bye.
Yeah.
But not Hattie, can you? Okay, a third, a seventh, a fourth, an eighth, a fifth, and a 23rd.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Oh shit. Oh my God. You were about to get on the podium.
Yeah, and then I kind of fucked up a little bit there on the last one.
Was that hard? I mean, so exciting to don't get me wrong, I'm not shitting on you, but you're doing amazing. You're going to make it on the podium. What a great thing it would have been to beat Ariel Lowen, the fittest woman in the United States of America.
I tied her.
Yeah, you tied her. Great. Right. I agree. But
no,
what's the lesson to learn there? What happened?
The lesson to learn is that I still have more work mentally because someone had told me, hey, you clenched. Like, you're the only person that has clenched. You could literally get last and make the games. So I had my cry. I had my hug. I was like, fuck, I made it. That's crazy.
Really? Before that event, you had an emotional release?
Yes. And it wasn't good for me because I should have got top. Honestly, I'm not trying to be cocky, but I should have got top 10 on that workout because that was a very good workout for me. But that happened, and then
if you would have done that, you'd have been in second.
Yeah, I know, and I know I got a costly no rep as well. So shit happens, and I'm just happy that I made it, and I need to see that, just be happy with that, but also use it as learning. Like, if someone comes up to me with some emotional news before, I need to learn to handle it better. I can't expect people just to not say things to me. You know what I mean? They don't know how that's going to tip me off. So I can't say that it was anyone's fault but myself.
What do you think do you think that the emotional release drained you, or that really powerful people are like alchemists and they can use emotional energy anywhere they want? Like, and I don't mean to only give you two choices. I'm a firm believer that emotion should not be let out like that while you're on the battlefield.
Yeah.
That it needs to be harnessed. But what is your take on emotion in terms of performance, high level performance?
No, I think that, obviously look what happened, right? I think that I don't know. It's hard because this is what I'm trying to do, is being able to hear anything and use that. Like with the whole Hiller thing, right? Usually that would get me down, but I was like, no, I'm going to use that.
Yeah, you have to be an alchemist. You're an alchemist. It's like I had a fighter on the other day and he said he got booed and he loved it because it's just energy and then you bring it in how you want.
For sure. And I think that I'm learning how to do that. But at the same time, it's kind of weird because with certain things, it'll be a detriment to me. Like, obviously that was a detriment to me, that person telling me, because I think in my subconscious, I was like, well, we can just chill now, but obviously me, I was like, okay, we need to go into that workout and push still. But I think in my subconscious, it was like, oh, okay. Because I didn't have any urgency. It felt so weird. Even on the rings, I should have done those 15 unbroken, but 11, I was like, yeah, let's drop. It's like, no, let's do the 15 like we were going to do. Why are we dropping? But
So,
then in
but
other
you're
senses, in other senses, I do use that. So I always bring up firefighting. I went up there with my ex-boyfriend and people, they were all hicks up there, you know. I never hunted, I never fished, I never did any of that. And they were all like, oh, she's just up here because her boyfriend, she's not going to last. And I was like, fuck that. I'm going to become a leader. I'm going to, you know, I'm going to become one of the first female leaders up here. I'm going to go far. I love this job, blah, blah, blah. So then, and I did all of that. So I used that to push myself. But it's like, why was that a detriment? Why couldn't I have used that and been like, hell yeah, you're a badass. Now let's go finish off on a big note. I don't know. You know, that's what I'm trying to figure out and work through my brain is like, why couldn't I have used that instead of kind of let it?
Hey, dude, you're so on it. Someone's wrote it in the comments. You can only control what you can control. And so that person said that. And it's like, it's not that person's fault at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And actually now they're going to tell you this and they've given you an opportunity when there wasn't so much on the line to figure that out. Right. So it doesn't happen next time. Right.
Yeah. And that's what I'm telling myself too, is it's learning. I'm glad I learned it now and not at the games. Now I have that extra tool in my toolbox.
Yeah.
You know, not saying that I'll use it right away. You still got to do things a couple times to learn, but maybe it will help me in a certain situation at the games. You know, you just never know. So, yeah.
Do you ever do anything? Do you ever do anything like, hey, if, when you're working out, if I don't know what the thing is, if I finish this workout as hard as I can, Jake will make me dinner tonight. And like, you know, it's not true, but you just tell yourself that to put a carrot at the end, or
I have done that with like competitions and been like, I'm going to buy myself a new outfit or whatever.
Right. And like, you don't even care if you really do it, but you just tell yourself that and you believe it in the moment.
Yeah, I've definitely done that before. I don't do it a lot, but yeah, I've done it for sure.
What is going to be the do you have strategies in place, like a break in case of emergency? Like, hey, this is the mantra you use when you don't want to go anymore.
Yeah, I pretty much lately it's been imagining someone else who I'm going to be competing against is there with me, you know. Sometimes sometimes I'll just be on a bike and I'll be like, hey, so and so is right there, she's right behind you, she's coming for you, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Or I'll tell myself if I'm too tired or whatever, it's just like, hey, just get this done. It doesn't matter in what time. Let's just finish this. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it is always your brain that gives up first, right? So even on the bike yesterday, I was like, I did not want to keep going, but it was just like, nope, you just gotta finish it. That's it. Let's just keep going. You know, it's just that extra, it's nothing too crazy. I just keep talking to myself, hey, just keep going. It doesn't matter how tired you are. Let's just finish this.
I had the guy on here who set the world record for the 50 miler. And I think he's about to try to set the world record for the 100 miler. And you know what? He just one day woke up and was like, today I'm going to set the world record for the 50 miler. He called a 50 miler race. He goes, hey, get ready. Have all the clocks and cameras ready. I'm going to come there and I'm going to run the fastest 50 miles that any human beings ever ran. And he did that. And I was like, dude, like, how did you do it? Like, did you have divine intervention from God or blah, blah, blah? He's like, no, I just told myself to keep running another 100 feet. I'm like, holy fuck, for 50 miles, this motherfucker.
It really is just that talk, though. It's just telling yourself you can keep doing it because it is going to be this that quits. Yeah. Your body can keep going.
I keep wanting to be, I had a premonition of my grandmother touched me, or
Jesus
was on my shoulders, or some shit
An angel came to me in my sleep.
Yes. I'm like, fuck, what a savage.
That's crazy. That's amazing.
So you think about the games now? Are you thinking about the games every single day, at least once a day, 5 times a day, 100 times a day? It's pops up in your head. You're like, it's like
honestly, it's not popping up as much as you would think it is.
Okay. I just imagine your life just coming like this, like a funnel coming in at you, and you can see this little opening, and that's going to be like you going to Dickies, like you're going to get spit out and be there.
I mean, that's probably how it's going to feel because, like I said, I'm not really thinking about it as much as you think I was.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about the next day or today. You know, what am I going to be doing today? That's what I did with semifinals. So I'm trying not to change anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want to go in and enjoy my experience. I don't want to go in with so many expectations and then just hate my life, because I've heard of a lot of people of that happening. And then they go to team because they didn't love individual. And I don't know what their reasonings are, but that's what I'm just guessing it is that they go in with these expectations of being like, obviously it would be awesome to make top 10 or top 20, but let's talk about that when we get closer to it. Right now, I need to focus on the training. Right.
And the head fuck, yeah. And the head fuck at the games is like 7th is like you're in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so for all you people who are used to winning every little competition you go to, you think 7th, I shit the bed. But it's not like that at all. 7th, it's like fuck. Or like you get 126 and you're not out. Like it's crazy. And unfortunately too, I feel like one win can be misleading.
For sure.
Right? It's like you think you're in there, you're not. Fucking someone's gonna come by with 4/5 and fucking destroy you.
Yeah. 100%. That's why it's good to be well-rounded, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool to have party tricks, but
and not get caught up in the scoring. You're just always in it at the games. There's so many fucking points.
Well, and that's why I'm probably going to do the same thing as I did with semifinals, just not even look at the leaderboard. And I told Tristan is like, let's look at it when I need to, but that doesn't really help me. I don't really care. I just want to keep doing the fitness. Obviously, if it's going to be a detriment and I need to know, like, hey, stick close to this person, then tell me or whatever. But I just don't really need to look at it.
Hey, we're at the end of the podcast. Could you tell me the vaccine story now or no? Like no one's even listening anymore. Everyone's like gone.
No, I will tell you right up when we get off.
What? You can't say it because okay, I know why. Okay, I understand.
I mean, I don't really care.
Yeah.
In one sense, but then in another sense, it's kind of like,
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Like I don't if for some reason I were to have bought false documents from a doctor saying my kids were vaccinated and then the doctor got busted by the FBI, I wouldn't ever want to tell that story. I'm just not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's not true.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I don't want to tell the story. All right, fine. Well, I respect you for respect. All right. Hey, thanks for coming on. Wonderful. Great.
Yeah, this was awesome.
Yeah, you're a really cool person. I appreciate you letting me put the camera in your face during the Carson. I look forward to seeing you at the CrossFit Games. I'll be like you, like a fly on shit. And tell Jake I said hi. Tell your whole family and friends congratulations to keep loving on you. It's working.
Okay, thank you.
All right, dear. Bye.
Later.
Wow, Hattie Kanyo. Yeah, cool chick. Crazy cool, right? Stupid that they're not all like that. So stupid that they're not all like that. Reminds me of my chick, tell you the truth. She'll get she'll get a loved one arrested. Yeah, maybe. I don't even think it matters anymore. But I still respect it. Can you dig it? Can you dig? That's good. Yeah. Thanks, Hattie. Yeah, of course. Thank you. Oh my God, this is awesome. Oh, this is cool. What's this? I don't know what that is. I'm checking my text messages. Someone just texted me, you'll be at Dickie's? I'm be in a golden chariot there. Who's that from? Oh. All right. Oh. Okay. Well, Sevi, hi guys. really like her. Sevi, Jan and I booked our rogue tickets. Oh, to Scotland? Oh, that's cool. Listen, I need Bill and Katie's help to get there. I need to go there with me and Souza. First class tickets and a hotel near Katie and Bill. All access. Not I can't be like the regular fucking media folk, the peasants. But I would fucking love to go. Hey, listen, even if I don't go, I'm gonna watch the shit out of it and report on it, and I'll beg Katie to come on every night. But I probably there's probably a chance I would go there. I think my wife just got me a new passport. Hattie was with Abigail Domit won that. Alex Kazan second, Ariel Lowe in third, then Hattie Kanyo, then Emily Rolfe, Danny Spiegel, Bethany Flores. Oh shit. There was one more thing I wanted to ask her. Son of a bitch. Let me see. Watch this. There was one more thing I wanted to ask her. One more thing. Let's see. Oh shit, that's call group. Let me see if I can. I've never used WhatsApp to call someone. Let me see one more. I'm gonna ask her one more thing. Let me see. Hattie, can you? Okay, let me ask her one more thing. Okay, here we go. There's one more question.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey.
We're still live, and there was one more question I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Was anyone mean at you, and were any of the girls mean to you at the semifinals?
Oh, I could say yes, but I'm not going to tell you who.
Okay, great. But next time you come on, we'll hear. You'll tell us the story though.
Yeah, I'll tell you the story.
Okay, because I noticed when at the finish line, it was a little weird sometimes. There's a little posturing, a little. I felt I felt like Hattie was maybe being ignored by some of the other girls.
I think I just needed. Well, I feel like a lot of the girls, they already know each other, especially the games girls, and it's kind of, I don't know, not cliquey, but I mean, a lot of them were nice still. But
Yeah.
I feel like you kind of needed to like show yourself or whatever. And once I made it, then that's when it was like, oh, okay, I'll be nice to you kind of thing. But it was someone who I did not expect.
Yeah.
Because it's someone that I thought was nice. And then it was just a comment that happened before we went out onto the floor. And I think it was more of just like trying to get into my head. But at the same time, it was like, what the fuck? Okay.
Yeah. I think I know who it is. She's fierce. She's fierce.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I saw her kind of snub you once too. Like walk by you, like to say hi to other girls and like, yeah. That's cool. And then you passed through the hazing phase and then you were all good.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is like a hazing phase. And then it's like, okay, but it is wild.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that people are in their zone too, so that's totally fair. But at the same time, it's like, I just don't think I would be like that.
I respect. I respect it though. I like it.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at everyone's guessing. Now that's who I think it is too. Okay, I'll leave you. Oh, okay. But by the way, they're guessing Guzan. That's my guess too. She's a different creature on the floor.
What? She's so nice.
All right. So it's not Guzan?
No.
All right.
Because I don't want people to think it was her.
All right. Fine.
And it wasn't.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Damn, I was hoping it would be Guzan. Dude, I saw Guzan scary on the floor. No, Trista Smith wasn't snubbing anyone. She's a fucking little girl. I will tell you this though. I got this great footage of when they announced, it was after the final event or after they announced the winners. Ariel Lowen didn't even celebrate her victory. She went over and held Trista Smith, and Trista cried in her arms. Not like a sad cry, but like a relief cry. But Ariel like didn't even like, she could have been like, fuck yeah, and like, ran over and like squeezed Dylan's ass, but she didn't. It was crazy. She went straight to mama mode. It was nuts. The behind the scenes reveal. Yeah. Listen, if you're not a member, you're missing out. Support the cause. Watch that shit. Give me your money. I think the first episode of Knoxville's out and the first episode of West Coast Classic, and Hattie's all up in that shit. Yeah, Ariel's a class act. Shayna Medeiros. Hi, Shayna. I told her that was the best moment, maybe love her even more. Yeah, crazy, right? I was like, wow, this is some mama shit here. Yeah. And I don't think it would have been bad if she wouldn't have, if she would have just been like, yo, if she would have just slapped Trista on the ass and been like, yo, get over it, bitch. That would have been fine too. But it was also it was cool to see her handle it the way she did. I liked it. Damn, this computer's been wanting to update forever. Oh, she did? You heard that? Oh, sorry. Ariel whispered in Trista's ear, you suck. Okay, I thought it was something else. My bad. Christian, I took a picture of something you commented yesterday because I was like, oh shit. I've been sending it around. It was pretty wild. What did I want to show you guys? I'm going to show you this, but then I'm going to bring it up again later. We're going to see this once, but we're going to look at it again. Oh, look it. Never mind. Eric Utley, member. Got him. YouTube member. Okay, fine. I don't need to show you anymore. I just need to hang out long enough to make $20. Thank you. Love you. All right. Like any good hoe, I'm done. But did y'all get Colton's snatch? Yeah, we got the snatch. We got it. I'm watching my son at BJJ whilst I listen to this. He sucks today. Yeah, it happens. Listen, my kid's swimming with the 6-year-olds in the ocean for his ocean swim classes. Can't be great at everything. Can you release them to the $9.99 members yet? No. Go to your room. Miss Ridow, do you have my... Let me see. Listen, $9.99 members. You're good people. This is the month you raise it to 20. And make it so I'm trying to buy a boat. I don't even know how I would send you a link to that right now. Someone sent me the weirdest text. Who? Someone sent me a text and they're like, Sevon, it's Peter. I just made up the name. I'm not going to tell you the real name. And I'm just like, I just wrote back, who? Like how? No, I'm not buying a boat. That's a joke. I'm not buying a boat. That was a joke. Here's my thought. Greg buys CrossFit back. David CEO. You're head of media and all things marketing. Chris Cooper runs affiliates. Media director was the only option for subscription. Uh-oh. That can't be true. So can you see the video? Hey guys, people are saying only media director is option for membership. Are they fucking stupid or are we? That's leadership right there. You're just watching me man the helm. Hey guys, people are saying, oh shit, I fucked up the spelling on that. I don't think you can correct them. Hey guys, people are saying, media director is only option for membership. Hey guys, people are saying media director is only option for membership. Are they fucking stupid or are we? Is the CEO membership available? Oh shit. That's who texted me. Wow. Okay. I figured out who it was. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Eric. I think you're dumb. That's what Susan's saying. But in chat, media director was the only option. I had to go to the channel to change it. Oh, shit. Okay. That's some good feedback. When were you guys going to give that to me? Team effort. I guess director is only available on... I better call Susan and tell him this. Okay. Yes, but he said CEO wasn't available on front end, had to be switched on back end. Weird. Oh, that's awesome. I just got Bill Leahy's phone number. I want to have Bill Leahy on the show. I want to meet this fucking guy. Let's find out what Hiller's all excited about. All right. Guys, as we get closer to the games, I almost wish I would have postponed Hattie until closer to the games, but I think I'll have her. I'll try to get her on again. But as we get closer to the games, I'll start piling people in here. And the people I've been interviewed before, I'll try to get them in for 90 minutes. And then, the more regulars, Ariels, Guzans, try to do for 45 minutes and catch up and find out what's going on. Mark Moss, words are hard. So's this dick. Okay, I'll show this to you. No, I'm not going to show it. So I'll save it for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be fun. Russell Berger was supposed to come tomorrow. No Russell tomorrow. And we were going to ask Pound 24-hour fitness, but Russell had to reschedule. Live call-in. I kind of need to do a show with Andrew and catch up with Andrew, too. The drama. Does Andrew put up anything? Any fun CrossFit drama? Let me see. Hiller. Oh. No. Oh, yeah. Hiller, did you see this? Hiller found the guy who got a picture of the guy that... Oh, yeah. This is important. Do you remember we were trying to figure out what ethnicity, what color the guy was who stole the camera gear in Compton? Did we already talk about this? Oh, yeah, we did. Damn, we talked about it yesterday. Anyway, here's the guy. This is the guy that Andrew's claiming it is. From the People's Republic of Asia. Whatever fucking country that is. Oh, look, CTP Cam responded. Celebrity post on Hillers. Well, your left hand's free to steal someone else's equipment. Maybe that's what the song was getting at. No doubt thought he could fool us by shaving the stash. Dang, that might be the keyboard player from the indie band. Oh, I don't even know what he's talking about. Jesus. Oh, look, Jessica Collegan tagged Goob. Nice. Mason Mitchell puts it to this chick. Is that crazy? Jesus. My, as they say in Italy, marron. What is this thing? Oh, look, Mason's got his chick on the fucking dildo bar. Holy shit. Damn, that is savage. Can't do that either. I can't do that. I can do that. I can do that probably maybe even better than you a couple. No, who am I kidding? My muscle ups are just so smooth though. I can't do that. I wonder if I can do that. You guys think I could jump to a 36-inch? God, should I go live on Instagram and show you guys my vertical jump? I wonder if I could jump to a 24-inch box. Oh, God. That's 36 plus 6 is 42. Damn. Oh, you guys have seen all this. You guys are all up in the comments. I can't do this. Definitely can't do this. Oh my God. What is this thing? I don't know how much this is, so I can't tell you if I can do it or not. Let's just go with I can't do that. I don't know, though. How much do you think that is? How do we know? It's got... Yeah, I can't. Let's just say I can't do that anymore. What's this? I don't know if I can do that. God damn, look at all those steel plates on there. What is going on here? Could do a couple of those. Jesus, someone tie that rig down. That rig's moving more than the fan. I can do that for sure. I'm a savage in the cartwheels. Definitely can't do that. All right. Let's see. How did we end up over here? Oh, she was on. Is this the Seth Stovell guy? Is she? All right. I don't know how we ended up there. 3-inch vertical. Oh, she pegs him, Mason Mitchell. I don't know. He seems formidable. Like he deserves a chick like that. He did that. It's hard to say anything bad about Mason after seeing his. What did he do? Did he do an overhead squat on that wobbly bar with like 345s on each side? It was something crazy. What is this uplift challenge? Someone sent me a DM in my someone sent me a DM. It's in my request. I started reading it and then I just left it alone. I got to go back. Like I didn't accept it yet, so I can still see it, but I don't even know what uplift is. What is uplift? Is that like outwad? I can't. If someone sends me more than a paragraph of shit, I'm just like, my brain wants to explode. Yeah, uplift is a suicide awareness workout. Oh, like to raise money, like for veterans who like shit like that. Programmed by Boz this year. Let me see what is going on. Was it you who texted me, Mark? Let me see. I left it in my request. Let me see. Fuck it. I'll do this right now too. I normally don't read DMs. I'll make an exception for this. Good. I know exactly where it is. Oh, it is from you. Hey, Sevon. Mark Moss here. Hey, Mark, with Uplift. We'll be hosting our 3rd annual Uplift WOD, trying to bring suicide awareness to our community. Would love for you to throw down on 9/7. When is that today? What month is it? June? No. Boz is programming for us this year, which should be exciting. Be on the lookout for some cool stuff coming your way. Also, would love to send you a shirt. Sweet. Someone tell me what website I go to. I'll just go Uplift. Is it on YouTube? If it's live, let me peep this shit. Uplift suicide. What is that? What I type into Google? Uplift suicide. Uplift workout suicide prevention awareness. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, I ended up at get with the programming. Hold on. Is anyone going to most likely I'll leave it short next time. I don't know. I could probably just give you my phone number and you could text me and I never respond. Mark, I need another shirt. Where do I look to see it if it's live right now? I want to see what's going on. Mark Moss, remember Sevon wears a size small. No, I do not wear a small. I'm a large, dude. I'm fucking large. IG. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Uplift. Are we going to see Mark on there? They are not live, unless I just can't see it on my computer. Hurry, don't mess our limited stock. Our OGTs. Uplift. What's this? Mark your calendars. Official Uplift WOD will be held on September 7th, and you know it's going to be good.
What's up, everybody? Adrian Bosman here. I want to talk to you about Uplift 2024. It's going to be programmed this year by none other than yours truly. I got something really cool cooked up for you guys. It's going to be a blast. So get out there. Let's support this awesome cause together, and we'll see you on the leaderboard. Check it out.
Oh, I have heard of this. You talked Debo wearing that shirt. Traveling this summer, Uplift WOD, pack your bags, grab your Uplift tea. Let's spread some positive vibes across the globe. Wherever your wanderlust takes you this summer, don't forget to rock up your Uplift gear. Let me see this. What do you guys do with your money? Oh, here, they got a website. Our story. In the depths of personal tragedy, some individuals find strength to transform their pain into a powerful force for change. And that's exactly what Mark did. His world was shaken when he lost his beloved grandfather to the silent battle of mental health, succumbing to the shadows of suicide. Mark embarked on a journey of healing and advocacy that would redefine the trajectory of his life. Fueled by the desire to break the silence surrounding mental health struggles, he harnessed the energy of his grief and channeled it into an area he thought only his buddies would be a part of. A workout initiative aimed at bringing the CrossFit community together and shining a light on the struggles of mental health and suicide. This is a story of one man's poignant response to loss, a testament to the transformative power of turning pain into purpose. Oh, alchemist. Join us as we come together to work out and uplift others and love ourselves. I know it might be weird that I watch the Sevon podcast since he spends half the time making fun of people with mental illness, but you just have to understand his humor. Wow, that's nice that you threw that in there at the end. I appreciate that. Isn't it weird? Goes to Warrior WOD. Oh, I don't know what I must have missed something. Yeah, let me see. Can I cherry pick the WOD before I decide if I'm going to do it or I'm just fucked? I got to commit now. Previous WODs, 2024 Uplift WOD. Media. Clydesdale. Oh, this is a cool picture of you. More Than Fitness. Oh, you're with Adrian Conway. Oh, you can't even see it. Fuck, I fucked you guys again. Sorry. Mark Moss. I didn't write this. I'm not that good with words. That was nice. All right, keep bugging me. That's what month is 9? That's July. The best WOD for Sevon is softball throwing in a bucket at 300 yards. Thank you. There's mental health issues, and then there's mental health issues. I hear you. I know, right? There's racism, and then there's like, hey, it's okay if I guessed it was a Chinese guy that stole the camera gear. It's like, that's not, I get it. And I totally know what you mean. Like, that's not racism. It's like Chinese guys like cameras. Like, what are you going to do? It's like if there was candy stolen from the store, it's not me, it's my fucking kids. I don't do candy. It's not racist. It just is. You know what I mean? You feel me? You feel me, dog? Yeah, I totally get you. There's mental health and there's mental health. There's you dyed your hair blue because you're upset your dog died versus the neighbor fucking stuck his thumb in your ass for 3 years every day after school. Yeah, I fully thank you for the distinction. It's important, right? Man, Jason Kleba told a story at Two Brain Business that was crushing. Where can I see it? Where can I see it? I want to see it. Hey, dude. Someday I'll tell you my true feelings about Jason Kleba, but I just watched him on Nikki Rodriguez's podcast. I cannot believe how good he was. It was like the best I've ever seen him. He was fucking awesome. I just realized Sevon is a successful copy of Alan in 2.5 Men. Do I even want to know? Okay, here we go. Jake Chapman, final word of the day. His adorable daughter. On the balancing scales, hard work is like 10 pounds of feathers. 10 pounds of lead you need to balance it out is a tiny ball. The fuck are you talking about? Oh, here, Jedediah. Let me go with this one. You don't get the final word, Jake. Racism is not assuming that the thief was Asian. It's assuming he was Chinese instead of some other Asian ethnicity. Oh, fuck you, Andrew. 2.5 Men, Alan. You fucking assholes. Oh, you guys are such douche canoes. Oh, my God. Do you know what someone called me one time? Someone said I remind them of Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. I guess this is better than that. Anyway, on that note, get your CEO membership. Watch the behind the scenes. Love you guys. Boo.